Fallen. All right. Well,
Hopefully not dying quite as bad.
yeah,
Yeah, I do feel a lot better.
that's good. Catch us up to where we currently find ourselves. Last game, you guys picked up outside of the Defense of Flame, having recently taken that shard of the Heart Crystal and secured it. You looked out the door to see a whole lot of bad guys and opted to take a couple minutes, literally, and clear the chaff a little bit. Utilizing the room as cover, you drew the enemies that were kind of investigating the flame door's recent movement and drew them into this small chamber where you were able to destroy, dissipate, and dismiss them before heading out and grabbing another group and similarly pulling it into this small chamber and continuing along that path for about the next 90 seconds in game, or 3 hours, as you churned through the majority of what stood between you and the other defense doors. And as the top half of the main chamber seems to be mostly cleared, and what remains of the enemy forces now is secured down either around the main entrance, which had been bypassed upon initially entering here with a scatter, as well as the eastern edge of the room. You guys then proceeded to the second door, and Aerith, having placed his hand upon it, read some of the contributing descriptive words, as once again, even though Aurora wasn't here, Aerith did not roll well on his intelligence check. No, I think it was like a 1 and a 2, I think, because they actually remembered to use your Ring of Puzzler's Wit, and it did not assist. But through the context clues of creation and shape, things along those lines, you assumed and guessed correctly that this door held the protection of Forge. And as you spoke the word, you found yourselves in a different place. One with a kind of square magic smelter, as well as a like a table that could be used as a template with these various large stone blocks that could be fit into it to create gears of different sizes. To the north of this chamber, you found a room with a flat wall along the northern edge and 2 spinning gears, and what looked like it would actually be 1 spinning gear and 2 not spinning gears, and 3 posts that were sticking out of the wall. In the southern chambers, you found 3 veins of ore that each had a pick sitting next to them, and each of these things seemed to be an inconvenient distance apart, given the 30 feet that you ought to remain near each other. And as you kind of gained an understanding for what laid before you, you assumed correctly that you were going to have to build something. Ken, taking the first pick in hand, struck to the ore vein, and as he did, oh boy, the magma elementals, they came a knocking. And you guys stood against a unending tide of living magma that spewed poisonous, toxic fumes like being behind that of a semi-truck, blasting that dark black smoke right into your face. While Ken and Aureus diligently and with great focus built 3 gears. Now, normally, this process would have taken hours. In a medieval society, building metal gears like this would take weeks, maybe even months, depending on the skills and the size needed. But where you found yourselves was somewhere that didn't want to have to wait. And as Ken began to utilize each of the tools here, he found that with enough effort and skill, he could expedite these processes. The ore flying from the vein in a solid single hit, as long as the hit was true. The refining process completing quickly and effectively within the smelter, changing stone or ore from stone to liquid in a matter of 10 to 15 seconds, depending on how effectively he was utilizing it. And the template, the square stone slab where the gears could be set, containing its own kind of innate magic that could cool and set that metal similarly in about 10 to 15 seconds, giving you guys enough time to defend yourselves, but forcing you to work quickly as each step spawned more magma elementals. As you concluded carrying the last 2 gears up into the northern part, the northern chamber, Rose stayed right there in the center, at the edge of the protective bubble from Aureus, and utilized your 7th and 8th level spells. First one didn't work, unfortunately, as the heart of Ifrit, the creature that now sits like a parasite within the great stone, said no. You're not allowed to do that. That's mine. And you counteracted with a fuck you, which he had nothing for, because, what do you just do? Go back and forth? And with the second attempt, managed to wrest free from its position within the defensive forge, the smelter itself, runes and all, ripped free from the ground with a loud and sent to Starfall to be a future problem.
Mine now.
Your guys now.
Well,
yep.
Ken's now. You can have it. I don't want it.
As you slid the final gear into place, the 5 all clicking and whirling around each other, they snapped into position, and within the center of the main chamber, the second shard of the Heartstone manifested. Eidos stepped up to it once the group had kind of regathered down there and reached his hand out to take it. And first attempt, again, your foe was determined not to just let you take this and held fast to it. But upon second try, you were able to completely pull it free from its resting place and secure the second of 4 defenses. And as the stone held in your hand still radiated with that dark energy, you found yourselves once again teleported. And within another small, well, not small, actually large, amorphous-shaped room with these weird undulating curled walls that from the inside look surreal and make it hard to tell how wide it is, but from the top you can see look like flames licking into the distance. And to the north of you, a small pedestal, God, I keep saying small, a pedestal with 3 small flames on it, burning seemingly without any sort of fuel or source, just gently crackling there. And as the 5 of you gathered, let's see, who did it? I think Aerith did the cleansing of this one, right? Looks like it. Yeah, 16. Aerith stepped forward up to Eidos and, using his dispel magic, cleansed the crystal of the corruptive effect. Eidos handed it to Ken, who, holding one crystal in each hand, found them almost magnetized together. And as he brought them closer and closer, they shrunk into one solid crystal. You guys then took an hour because you needed to rest, and it was quite an endeavor, during which time, I guess now would be the time that you would want to, if there's anything you guys wanted to do or discuss or plan, that can all happen now. We've rolled hit dice, but as Rose has mentioned here, everybody also has a d12 to roll, as Rose had forgotten to use their Song of Rest during the short rest last game. So if you want, you can roll a d12, and if it's better than or better than your last hit die, you can take that last hit die back. If you need
8 is better.
And as the now purified crystal snapped together, the door swung inward and cracked open, only about 6 inches, maybe a foot. Enough for you to be able to see out as the purplish black tether of energy that tied from the door to the center crystal shattered in etheric mist, and the second of 2 tethers was broken. So, now I leave it to you guys. What's the next step for the Wanderers of Starlight?
Okay, I just got back from cleaning up and taking my trash out. I see something about a D12. What happened?
Yes, roll a d12 because I forgot to use the Song of Rest during our short rest. So if you need more hit dice, or if you got to like maximum, you can bring back one that you used.
We had thought about it this week when we were discussing
Right.
last
I always
session.
forget that's something I can do because we don't take a whole lot of short rests.
Yeah, I still got half of mine left.
And Aurora, did you use your
Hey.
arcane recovery thing? I'm just going over short rest things that might
Right.
get overlooked with the sheer volume of stuff you guys have right now.
Okay, remind me, what does Song of Rest do specifically?
It's just the d6 to add to your health back.
D12.
As long as you, d12. As long as you use one or more hit dice, you can roll an extra d12 to add more hit points back to your maximum.
Yeah, it goes in conjunction with taking a short rest. So I had gotten to the point during the recap we were talking about. You guys took a short rest here within the safe chamber of Forge after finishing that trial, and that was when I had mentioned that you guys had rolled hit dice already.
Mm-hmm. Just forgot to give you an extra d12.
Right, because you'd rolled, it looked like 5 hit dice last game. Sorry, more than that. 8 last game. And then during that short rest, I should have just waited for you guys to roll your dice until this game. During that short rest, Rose would have used the Song of Rest, which gives you an extra d12 to everybody.
Yeah, well,
And everybody at least rolled better than I did, which is good.
Okay. All right, so as you guys take an hour here, is there anything you wanted to plan, discuss, or prepare?
I was muted.
Oh no.
Can I use Inspiring Leader to get us all temporary hit points?
Sure.
All right. So we all get
How many?
20 temporary.
20. Okay. I'll take that. Right.
Alright, Eric, we're gonna have to work together on these next 2 because I am down to my last 3rd level spell slot.
You guys are using Dispel Magic, right?
Correct.
Alright, I do have it. So I can
Nice.
also use... Oh, Lord. I guess I'll have to use a higher level spell slot, but I have it.
Well, that's good. I feel like I was going to try to do something. No, I don't remember what.
Be right back.
Yeah. Yep, it's gone. So, what are we doing next in this hellhole? Besides continuing to get murdered by everything. Are we going to just do the next one and leave the last couple groups for the last door, or did you want to take out one more little posse down there?
I'm like very carefully go up to the correct door and take a peek out to gauge how many people are left.
Sorry, I was muted. Roll me a perception
You were
check.
also I was wondering.
My bad. Yep. You
Yeah.
take a look out. You can't really see the main entrance from where you are. You can see the backs of a couple of the tabaxi. It doesn't look like anyone has moved at all from the last time when you were out here. You kind of like look around. You see the medium flame elemental just standing there like a genie with the one vortexing tail instead of the legs, and the two arms just kind of like billowing there. The myrmidons to its left and right standing with swords held ready, but not really moving, just sort of flickering in place.
That's not creepy at all.
Mm.
I mean, were they like that in the other place you guys went to?
Honestly, we didn't really have any ads or any small targets to deal with unless they were part of the trial themselves.
Mm.
So yeah, this is definitely a step up.
Increasing the defense.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think if we just kind of walk out, are they even gonna notice?
maybe. I vote that we just take care of this next door and then clean up before we finish the last one. That way we
Okay.
only have the main target to deal with.
I'm good for not continuing to fight more than we need to, in general. I'll step out and see if they come attack me.
You kind of place your hand against the door and pull it open enough to squeeze through. Step out into the main chamber. Roll me a perception check.
Nice.
They're not moving. They don't appear to have seen you. You keep your eye kind of locked in on the one closest to you, and it's fixed.
They seem fairly uninterested, I guess.
Okay. I guess I'll check back with everyone, make sure everyone's good to go. And then once everyone's good to go, we get to this next trial.
We have what? Vision and something left. I don't remember.
Oh, I wrote it down somewhere.
Frantically check your pockets.
Scroll up really far. I can't scroll up that far. Okay.
Oh
Nope,
no.
it was quite a while ago, I think.
Was.
I feel like it might have been posted in the Discord, but I don't remember.
Yes.
Also quite a while ago.
Yeah.
So many
Never
memes.
ending.
Flash, Flame, Forge, and Fission. We have done Flame and Forge. That leaves Flash
So
and Fission.
Flash and vision. Great. We're gonna get fucking blinded. It's gonna be like your flashbangs, but just like constantly. I feel like
Keep forgetting to make more of those.
That
you
doesn't make any
could,
sense.
but at the same time, they're kind of painful.
That's the point
Flash
for our
is just
enemies.
pure bright light.
Sure, if it hits the enemies.
Okay. As you all discuss this, kind of taking turn by turn, stepping through the door and into the main chamber, Eidos, you bring up the rear of the group and kind of keeping your eye on the main room. You don't see the elementals moving. None of you see them even reacting. Can I get Aureus, Aerith, and Eidos to roll me perception checks?
I believe in you.
Nah, I refuse.
At least someone.
Like good old-
At least someone can. Yeah, at least some. Oh, you're right. It would have been disadvantage for me too. Not that it matters.
You
least
know
someone
what
can
sits
see.
at the heart of it, Aerith, and as you step out, your attention doesn't get drawn to the elementals in the room, but the other foe that you know awaits you. And as you look into that crystal, past that black shimmering barrier, into the dark red, cracked, like, vein cracked crystal, you see that humanoid shape moving, kicking like against its own restraints, trying to free itself.
Good. You're like, that's a problem for later us. Ignoring
Compartmentalize
that.
that. All right, roll me an intelligence check.
You can do it. I believe in you. Just read a door. How hard could it be? Come on, Aerith. See? You got it.
You sigh and kind of like take a deep breath, and you do feel better, having taken an hour. Yeah, kind of like probably took like a little 30-minute cat nap and got your head on straight a little bit. And as you look up, your eyes of the Rune Keeper adjust, and it takes a moment to shift everything from one language into another, and through the various refined like linguistic evolution. You get your way back to the word flash.
Yeah, great.
The runes alight and fill this area with light that then kind of encompasses each of you, and you feel that sucking sensation into nothingness. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it. I fucking told you.
Oh, wait, hold on. I was going to actually put you guys on that.
If only I had finished my training.
Okay.
Resilient, so I would have proficiency in con saves.
As
It's
you
fine.
all manifest, you feel yourselves becoming real again. You teleport a lot, an unhealthy amount, a Star Trek level of teleportation going on here. So
Did
you're
not
pretty
have
familiar
any
with how it feels that
ramifications. Nah, there's no ramifications, I'm sure.
that like into nothingness, out of nothingness. And as the light from the door encompassed you and you fell into that nothingness, that lack of light was immediately replaced with the brightest damn light you have ever seen, as you feel the ground beneath your feet solid, warm, rocky stone, kind of rough against your boots, but the entirety of this room is suffused with the brightest, whitest light. Aureus and Rose,
God damn
you are
it.
both blind.
I called it. I told you.
So
Oh, my
Eodos,
eyeballs.
Aerith, and Ken, the three of you can roughly see about 5 feet around you. Eodos, you can see Ken and Aerith standing next to you. Ken, you kind of like blink your eyes against the brightness and can see the shadowy shapes of Eodos and Aerith, and you can also see what looks like some stone like jutting out from the ground here and here, like large cracked 2 or 3 foot tall mounds of rubble. Simultaneously, Aerith, you can see what looks like a box or a pedestal sitting in the center of the room, just off and to your right there. And you can see Aureus, but Aureus is like eyes closed, hands to it, like trying to keep the light from burning into his eyes. And as you all take this in, excuse me. Let's see. Can I get perception checks from Aerith, Ken, and Eodos since you guys passed? Why
The
is
ones
this
who can
not
see.
Why is this not opening? Hold on.
Everywhere.
I don't know why it's sent twice. But 17.
17. Okay. You see it as coming from everywhere. Like it's this entire room is being filled with light. Ken and let's see. Ken, what you see is you like blink against it and try to like take in the surroundings. It's like walking out into the sun on a hot summer day after being in the basement all day. Your eyes burn and hurt. You see the shape of something moving, roughly humanoid, but it looks like it might have wings or something in this in this direction, and it raises its hand out towards you. At the same time, you can see what looks like a piece of metal jutting out of the ground, out of what looks like a half dome just north of it. Eodos, with 17, you see the stonework around you. The rest of the area around you seems clear, except for right up here you see what looks like a river of hot magma just running through the room. Let me drop it to the layer. You can see the edge of it right there. Probably. Did I do something? Hold on. No. Okay. So. Come on. Why is... Sorry, I'm trying to do things like in GM layer and in token layer, and it's not cooperating. This should not be here either. Okay. All he can see right now is this line here. Is like the shore of what looks like a magma river. Vision beyond that is obscured. It looks like there's another edge of it, maybe about 5 feet away, but you'd have to get closer to take a look. This is all happening within the first 6 seconds of arriving here. Okay, those both are gonna hit.
Oh, good. I like to hear that. Wherever Rose is, I have no idea. They're just like doubled over, like eyes covered, swearing. Yep. It's like, God fucking damn it! Ow!
As you say that, rubbing your hands against your eyes, you feel the bolt of something like a pellet from a slingshot. Just this heavy, sharp impact right at the tip of your or like the base of your spine, and you take 8 force damage and 4 radiant. Aureus, simultaneously, you take 7 force damage and 3 radiant. The other 3.
Yeah, we do have temporary hit points, so that helps.
I can't see my character, so I can't adjust his temp HP.
That is very
Just have to do it on your sheet.
Yeah. You can't really see where you are at the moment, unfortunately.
You don't
the rest
get
of
to
you, Ken, as you're like holding your gauntlet up to your eye, trying to mask against the light, you see that strange creature in the distance. It looks like the wings kind of like coalesce into one solid set of 2 arms, and it claps its hands at you, and there's this bolt that's flies across the distance directly at you, and you twist out of the way. Simultaneously, Aerith and Eodos, you both see as bolts come from down here and down here, and you both manage to duck and dip out of the way before it hits you. And I guess let's go ahead and roll initiative, since you know that you're not alone. And I'm going to drop a couple more things. This is the...
Oh!
Hell yeah.
strange thing you found in the ground. Oh, you're right. Change layer. Map, hold on. It's right there.
I can't click
Thank
on
you.
myself anyways, but so here's mine.
Yeah, it'll do it
Wha-
automatically now.
In theory.
You're there. You're there. I can
Oh,
see
okay. Okay.
you. You just can't see you. It's all
Yeah.
good.
That's fine.
Okay.
I sure am.
On some combat music. And okay. I need to get my light elementals in here. I think so. Once you guys can see one, I will show you what they look like. Oh, guys. Okay. They're pretty well spread out. Well, you can and Eodos have an action right now that you can do, because the surprise round really would have only been for Rose and Aureus. So before we go into initiative, Eodos, in this first moment, as you dodge that bolt of light, what would you like to do?
I want to try and cast darkness and see if I can fucking cut this blind out.
Okay.
I have a free cast of it. So I can save us a spell slot if it doesn't work. You know.
At least it would be less painful, even if we can't see anyways. I would take that.
Roll me a charisma check.
See if it ends up
That's
double clicking or not.
That's
Oh,
cool.
hey,
Charisma
yeah.
check. What is the radius on darkness again?
10 feet radius, I think.
Oh, I'm gonna
Or
go
is it
get
30?
my little spell template thing that I have now.
Either 10 or 30. Alright, I was
15
completely
foot.
wrong.
Cool.
I knew it was bigger than silence. Well, I knew it was bigger than silence, which is a 10-foot radius, I think, or is that a 30?
Man, I
Whoop.
miss the days when
Didn't mean to
Eodos
do
used
that.
to cast tentacles.
Yeah,
Now I've
I
got
just
like
don't
a
know
really
anything
cool tentacle like
Okay.
animated thing. And there's just no more
then.
tentacles.
There's no more tentacles.
I still have it.
Bring back the tentacles, Yodos.
It's just most of the time when the spell slots get used, you know, we're in like a boss fight, not trash, so I don't have to multi-target.
That's very fair. Okay,
But
so
I still got it. The tentacles are still always on deck if you want them, sir.
okay, good to know. Good to know. I
You said
have
bring back tentacles?
I have some pretty
Alright.
awful tentacle like animated spell effects. So remind me.
Great.
But
Do you have like a looping sucking sound you can play instead of music whenever they're up?
I can find one. I can find one.
Awful.
Okay, where are you casting darkness?
On me, centered
On
on
you.
your boy,
Centered
because I can see through it. So if I need to move to let Ken and Rose and them
Well-
get out, I can.
Fortunately for everybody, everyone can see through it as you cast darkness, and it's like being under an umbrella in a shady day or in a bright sunny day. You see Eodos' hands go out and the darkness spread out into the area, and you feel resistance, like you're holding something back with that bubble of darkness. But as you look around within the shade, you see your allies. Let me map layer. Yeah, that'll work. Right. They're so cool. I love all of my little moving things. Yep,
Hey,
you
look, I'm
see
here.
Rose and Aureus both standing, looking very, very confused. You are still blind, but they can see you now, as you know. You
Fair.
see the other end of the lava to the north, and that on the other side of it there appears to be some sort of ledge or platform on the other side of that lava. Make me a perception check as well. Is that just on deck in case the tentacles come out? Okay. All right. Let's see. Unfortunately, you don't see anything that would have harried you within the darkness bubble that you've created, but you at least have vision there, and then I'm going to send this. Oh my god. Trying to do too many things, and Roll20 is being very...
Unhelpful.
Yeah, it's like it wants me to just move this, and I'm like, I don't want to move that. I want to move the
No.
other things that are here. Like my darkness bubble, why can't I move it? It's stuck,
It just lives there now.
right? I'm trying to. I'm desperately trying to get rid of it.
Interesting.
You can't get rid of it.
No,
It's become
I'm
too
gonna
powerful.
refresh Roll20. Like I dropped it. I thought I dropped it to the map layer. Did I drop it to? Did I drop it to foreground? Nope. It's
Nope.
under you guys. There we go. Now I can grab it. Okay. Get my drawing pad back. Lock placement. Can I grab you now? Yes. Okay. Centered. I just wanted to send it back so that it's behind the rocks and stuff so that you can see them. As well as now that you're within the shade, you kind of like blink your eyes and the tears run, just washing away the pain, and you look over and what you had seen, Ken, is unmistakably within the shade some sort of lever. So as Eodos casts out the darkness, Ken, in this first initial round, having dodged the assault of your attacker, what would you like to do?
Wait, I can't see. in
You can.
darkness. Oh,
This
This
isn't,
is,
yeah,
yeah, this is
Oh.
like just like a little bit of shade now, but it's just stopping it
Really?
from blinding completely.
yeah. You are now under an umbrella.
Okay. Do I see? Can I get an accurate vision of that humanoid figure from earlier now?
Roll me a perception check. It's outside the range of the darkness bubble. You can see something shifting, and it's what you had seen clap and shoot that bolt at you. The arms are now kind of like flailing outwards, and it looks, like I said, it looks roughly humanoid, but something surreal about it. Something's not quite humanoid about it. You can't get a 100% look at it.
I guess I'll take a look around, see if there's anything that could give a hint as to how to pass this trial.
Roll me an intelligence check. Okay. You kind of spin around, and as you see Rose rubbing the heel of their palms into their eyes and like cursing under their breath, and then snap their hand to their back, like ow, 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 ow. You see that before them, kind of between all of you, is a pedestal containing what looks like a solid steel box with grooves that run like an X pattern on the top of it, and then down each of the corners. Let's see, what else would it be? It sits like 3 feet off the ground, like just about stomach height for you. And as you're looking around in that moment, you look over towards where the attacker came from, and to the right of him, you see a 3-foot long lever sticking out of the ground.
Interesting. Yeah, fuck it. Pull the lever.
Okay. You do the quick, like, math, take in everything around you, and jump away from Aerith, hop next to it, grab it, push. Roll me a strength check. Okay. You push on the lever, and at the beginning, it's like it's rusted shut or welded shut, but that connection breaks, and The lever snaps into the opposite position. From within the shadows, Aerith, Eodos, you both look over and see the corner closest to you, Aerith. Like, there's a... Actually, it would be not the corner, but the box has what looks like an X pattern on the top of it, okay? This part... No. This part here... Sorry. I'm looking at things you can't see. This part here is now glowing a soft, dull red. So, Aerith. You take a look at the rest of it, and the rest of it doesn't have any signs of glowing. It's just on that one western side.
I gotta find the switches.
Swooch.
So, Aerith, in this first round of reaction time, what would you like to do? Roll me a perception check. Because there are two, but they're just outside the darkness bubble, so... Unfortunately, 2 10s and an 11, you can't quite see them. You see what look like bright beams of light with almost like insectoid-like upper bodies moving just beyond the barrier of the shade, but you can't really make them out.
Too bad.
I will
I choose violence.
and from within the shadows, these spaces, the spaces with rocks and stones in them, do count as rough terrain. Okay. Okay. Cast your mirror image. Oh no. I think so. That looks right, because it's got the 3 shields on it. Okay.
And you're dead.
Then, this will finally bring us to top of the round, as my light boy is going to attempt to shoot at Ken again. Unfortunately, with Ken being constantly always a disadvantage. Not a good chance of me hitting him, so that one does not hit. Oh, it makes 3 attacks though. Nope. Aerith, it is your turn. Okay, roll me another perception check. Hey, you take a look, and your gaze is immediately drawn to the flowing river of molten rock that is basically just at your feet. And you look down at it, and you're just that's not something you want to deal with. And as you look up, you realize that just outside of the darkness bubble on the opposite side, there is another one of those levers.
What lava?
So with that information, what would you like to do? What's your strength score?
Only one way to find out. -2. Do you have to see where you're going?
I mean, you can see anything that's in the shadow right now because it's all in shade.
Just Missy step over right there, you know?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Roll me a
Make a
strength
strength
check.
At disadvantage.
You grab the lever and you pull and you feel that same bit of rust. But you yank against it with all your strength. And it finally gives after just so long that you were about to give up, your muscles trembling. The lever turns. Oh, I gotta ungroup it first. Hold on. I spun the whole thing. I just would have spun the... As the lever switches. Let's see. This side over here lights within the shadow. That is your action and your bonus action. I will also say, as you are now right next to him, I'm going to go ahead and drop this guy to the token layer.
It's like, hey, how's it going?
And let's see,
Looks like a bug.
Kick his ass, Eric, I believe.
Kick his ass.
All right, Ken. What would you like to do? Okay. Kenneth.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Air sees that one. Do I... Oh, he's just outside the bubble, so I probably won't see him.
Roll me a perception check. See what you see this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, can't really see him just outside the bubble.
Okay, so...
You do see
got
as
one.
the north face on the square begins to glow that same color as Eric pulls the lever.
Okay, so there's gotta be 2 more switches in the other corners. Can I... I was gonna ask if I could try to see... Because you said there was a humanoid shape over here-ish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to get a visual confirmation so I could just...
If you
Hop back
walk
at
right
it.
next to him, then you'll be able to see him, because you can see about 5 feet around you. But he's outside of that range right now. So if you want to move closer, you can to investigate, but that'll be your call.
No, actually... No, let's just... start moving back. Can darkness be moved?
It's on me. So wherever I go, it's going.
Oh,
Yep.
bad. Okay, well, I guess I will stick around in a defensive formation, stand by for Eodos to start moving.
This one. Oh no. Well, I missed the first attack against you, Rose.
Uh-huh.
Advantage, I only rolled a 19, but my other 2 were natural 20s.
Oh, well, at least I
Whoa.
can't be crit.
Oh, that's true.
That's
You
good.
can't be crit.
Like, it'll hit me, but it won't crit.
You won't crit.
No crits allowed.
No.
You take
crits
a total
allowed.
of 13 force damage and 11 radiant as you feel 2 more bee stings in your back.
Ow.
sting
Stop it.
into you. It is now your turn.
Okay. Which direction, at least, did it come from? Which way is my back facing?
That direction.
That way? So that way? Okay. Then I am going to use Polymorph, But-
Okay.
not to T-Rex. I know, right? I'm going to turn into a sword spider.
Okay. Look at the sword spider senses. Okay.
I should
Okay.
have blind sight to 10 feet.
All right. Well, on top of that, you have tremor sense up to 60
Yes.
which gives you the lay of the land. Oh, I wish I could only show this to one of you, but I will say, as you shift into this form, your senses expanding. You're still blind, but you can now feel around you. You have to kind of like pull your spider body in, as right up against where you are is another bank of lava. Roll me a perception check for the spider.
Is the how do I get the oh, there it is. That perception is wisdom.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Absolutely. Oh
Powerful.
my god.
Powerful.
Why?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's all you really get. You just kind of like, you feel the heat. You can sense with your blind sense that there is another river of magma. It doesn't seem very wide, only maybe about 5 feet up to about here. You can sense what feels like stone just on the opposite side. But there's that kind of like, it's like pins and needles in your senses of the running liquid magma. Like you can kind of sense
Mhm.
through your tremor sense through it, but you don't get
Can
a good
I-
image on the other side.
Alright, I rolled bad on that perception. Can I try to like leap straight at where the like things were hitting me?
Sure. Sure. Let me.
Go yeet.
Okay. Are you trying to do the thing it does?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Roll me a d20.
Better not be a fucking one again. Swear to God. Hey.
Opposite. All right. As you kind of crunch up, you feel your back spider legs press up against something behind you, and you kind of snap around, and you sense that stone block about 5 feet wide behind you. You press your spider legs in against that and kind of like spring up and against that over the magma gap and directly on top of the foe who has been shooting you in the back. So go ahead and roll the attack for that.
Phew. Alright, DC 16 strength or dex save, and you choose, and then it roll.
Oh boy.
Hey. That was good. It's a good roll.
I rolled a 15.
Oh, heck yeah. And then you take 30 slashing damage and you're knocked prone.
Okay. Okay. Unfortunately, it's immune to being knocked prone.
No. Well.
But
I'll take
it's
30
not-
slashing damage though.
right. As you
I am the spider.
as you leap across that space, you land, and as your sword spider arm slice through the body of this myrmidon, it's like cutting through a sunbeam. There's almost no resistance there, but you can sense that kind of like spray of matter from the impact. It dealt damage. It just didn't seem as material as you were expecting.
Yeah.
Land and kind of put your legs up against the wall here and kind of back away, and on the opposite side you can now sense that there is another bank of magma right about here. In addition, you sense a lever within 5 feet of you, but I will remain hidden until your next turn since you can't action on it right now.
Spider pull.
Anything else you want to do?
I think that was it because I have a multi-attack, but that's only with the forelegs and the bite. I think if I do the leap, that's my whole action.
Let me see. Is it one of the recharge?
No.
It can then use. Okay, no, it can then use this action to land on. Okay, yeah. So it's the normal attacks or that one.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Then that's it.
All righty, then. I closed the initiative tracker.
No.
Aureus,
It's gone. We're done.
you are still blind, Aureus. Is there anything you would like to do in this moment as you suffer in the blindness, unfortunately? The polymorph kind of superseded your blindness for right now.
Well,
Roll me a-
yeah, I mean, it's still blind, but I have blind sight.
Roll me a
least
con
up to
save,
10.
because that is a fair point. Get to
Guns.
save against it at the end of your turn. That's not going to save. That's single
No.
digits. Okay. All right, Aureus, it is your turn.
Tyler, you muted.
I am muted.
I
How much?
knew it.
Alright, so the plan is just flick the lever and get out of here, correct?
In theory, if that's how it is solved, which it may or may not be.
I'm also blind.
Yes.
I can't really do much being blind. I'm just gonna. Everyone's within 30 feet, I'm assuming. Can't tell.
I think we
if I'm
have
blind.
to be not to die.
Yep. It's really,
Yeah.
it's honestly, it's hard to tell for anyone in here as you can't really see that smoky vapor as well within this illusion of
It
light.
looks like the top left corner up there is the only thing not in his little safe dome right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Don't go over there. Yeah.
Alright, well, means I can't see or do anything. I'm just going to roll that con save and end my turn.
You stand stoic. The sensor of Farastiel kind of gently swaying in your hands, and as you blink your eyes, you feel the water running kind of down your cheeks. The vision blurs back in, and you shake your blindness. You are within what looks like a shady umbrella cast around Iedos, and Rose is nowhere to be seen.
From extreme brightness to extreme darkness. Very cool. I still
Oh,
can
it's not extreme. It's under an
Mild
umbrella at
darkness.
Subtle darkness.
A pleasant shade of darkness.
Iedos. It's your turn.
Aerith, close your eyes so that you can acclimate afterwards, because I'm gonna step south.
Bye.
I want to try to get. I want to walk up right here to see
Just don't turn
see
on
if
the
we can see
lights.
on the other side of this.
All right. Let me go ahead and see what we would see. Okay. You kind of quickly clamber over the rough terrain there, using it to your advantage, kind of hopping between loose stones and landing on this side. Slide just inches up to the bank of the magma, and you can see that about 5 feet across is another bank, as well as another section. You now have completely placed 2 of these guys within your darkness bubble, and they are now visible as your shadow kind of encapsulates around them, and their light seems to be pushing out against the shadow that is being held by yourself. And at the same time, you can see another lever.
Oh, the lever.
We're doing it, guys. We're really doing it.
I believe.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 2 of my charges
Okay.
to go into hunter style. And then I'm going to. Honestly, just trying to avoid having to jump across the deal with this. I'm also gonna use one of my tattoo charges so that I can reach that lever from here and just try to wrap it up with the 100 style fate render and pull it from here.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll.
Get it.
As the darkness moves, you see Eidos leap across the rubble and like slide down up against the bank of the lava. The shadow encapsulates the two light elementals. His hand snaps out and the fate render manifests, kind of like flicks his wrist, and the blade disconnects and kind of like falls into this chained like long sword that's held by these little sections of sword. The tattoo around your eye manifests, and the shadows grow even more prominent around your arms, and you watch as he snaps the fate render out. It latches around the lever, and as he pulls his arm back, it just pulls the lever over into position. And I need
Hell
another
yeah.
group.
I'm glad that worked because laptop was like, "Hey, we hit encountered an error. Restarting."
Oh no. Hey, fuck you.
So I'm glad we got it at one.
Okay, so I need you to nominate one person to roll a die. Pick somebody.
Alright, Ken doesn't
Ken.
ever roll the die.
Roll me a d20. You're rolling a charisma check for Eidos. At the end of Eidos' turn, there is a pressure that is pushing against your darkness, and it wants the darkness gone.
Wants it to go away.
So, roll me
Oh,
a d20,
no.
Ken, and we'll be adding Eidos' +6 charisma. Okay. Okay.
Of course.
As the fate render snaps back and the chain pulls the lever, you look over Ken and Aureus to see that lever snap into position. The rune on the box closest to you, right, this one, this is the layer, alights, and at the same time the darkness fades, and you are all once again suffused in pure, blinding light. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on GM layer, just in case it makes a reoccurrence, because it's cute. So, that brings us to their turn. Did you want to do anything else on your turn, Eidos?
I mean,
Extra range.
yeah, I could attack one of them, but like I said, the laptop's restarted, so I can't really do it myself. If you just want to go in there and click Fate Render real quick to see if it hits, feel
I
free.
will do that.
Because if it doesn't, that's just a charge back, you know?
16. 16 will hit. Or a buttload of damage. Would you?
Yeah, feel free. It's the only attack that turn.
That's true. That's
Because
true.
it wouldn't go off on. I definitely would not use the lever pull attack.
It was not. The first one was good. Okay, and I'm just making sure I've got any. All right, cool. All right, as the chain snaps back, he kind of like whips his arm and cuts into the one right here. You watch as the fate render like swings through the shadows, becoming one with the shadows, and as Eidos pulls the blade kind of down around himself, preparing for his defensive stance in his next round of attacks, that is when the darkness collapses.
Powering down.
Yeah, okay, cool. I just didn't want to... I knew you had the extra swang. Alright. And I was curious if you were going to be able to one-shot these guys.
Not quite.
Alright. One of them does hit Eidos for 7 force and 9 radiant. I'll just knock that off for you. As the one that you sliced into, you realize that what you had seen before are the 6 arms kind of coalescing into 2 on opposite sides and then clapping together, and that light bursting out in these 3 blasts, like eldritch lights across the 10-foot gap. 2
They
of them
have
miss.
light eldritch blast.
Yeah, pretty much. This one... Yeah, why not? What's the spider's AC?
14.
14, okay. The spider takes 21 force and 15 radiant for a total of 36 damage.
Ow.
As
That's a lot.
another one that was down here releases
Flurry.
its flurry of attacks. This one, because you're right next to it, Aurora,
Look
can
at
you
you.
make me a Constitution saving throw, Aerith?
Yeah.
With advantage because you're holding your eyes shut. Okay. As
You're like, you
the
can't
one
blind me if
next
I
to
can't
you,
see.
like its 6 arms coalesce together and then it pulls them into its chest. You see that light? Well, you don't see it, but the light within its its body kind of dims for a second and then blasts out in a radiant flash. You take 17 radiant damage. Yep. And this one is going to also go after Eidos because he's right there. Only 1 hit for another 16. Okay. Okay. Aerith, it is your turn. It's always so scary. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. You can either keep your eyes shut, at which point you won't need to make a con save against the brightness, but you will have disadvantage on all attack rolls. Or you can attempt to do what you're doing and make a con save against the brightness, potentially being blinded, or potentially not having that disadvantage. It's up to you. Okay. So you can make your attacks with disadvantage. Okay.
Nice. Yep.
You like kind of half open one eye and it is just ungodly bright. You have to slam your eyes shut as you swing out with the rapier, but you don't catch anything. You kind of like plant your foot and drive forward with that second step in your attack combo. 20 hits. 14. Got it. All right. As you feel the rapier cut into something, it's like cutting through water. It's almost like it rushes away, reflects off the blade. You feel damage being dealt, but again, it's just not as physical as you would have thought something would be. Anything else you want to do? Okay. Ken, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
Nope.
As the darkness around you fades, you kind of like steel yourself, preparing for it, and you focus on something close, the ground just at your feet, and you maintain that. And as the light fills the entirety of the space, you are not blinded. And with a 29, you can see pretty much
I
the
can
entire
see.
room. You see Spider Rose currently engaged with one of the Myrmidons. You see 2 down here. You see a 5th one over here as its arms are kind of like returning to their splayed shape, having just recently attacked the spider. You see... ooh, that's not the right layer to be on. You see a pile of rubble that could be treacherous if you tried to cross there, as well as another one here. Keep dropping things to the wrong layers. You guys can't see that. And finally, next to Spider Rose, you see the fourth lever.
I'll trust Rose to grab that. And I'll just look over to this one like here and remember that it tried to hit me earlier.
Yep, it's been trying. It has not been successful.
Okay. Yeah. Return fire. Oh.
23 hits.
Yeah.
All right. You lower the cannon. 2 quick shots. The first one sending like a puncture hole through its shoulder that was quickly filled up by the light. The second one, unfortunately, going wide. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it. Just hanging tight until Rose hits the switch.
All
Grab the
right.
crystal and get the fuck out of here.
Get on it.
Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw as the spider, please?
Constitution spider.
Constitution spider.
Come on.
I mean, it's a large spider, right? It's got to be pretty beefy. That's
Yeah, it's not too
a
bad.
really good roll. As the elemental next to you pulls its light into itself and then blasts it out in a burst, you
You
manage
can't
to
blind
save
me.
against
I'm
it,
already blind.
and you only take 19 radiant damage.
Ow. Stop hitting my poor spider body.
Spider Rose.
Yes.
It's your turn.
So that I know the thing is behind me because I can sense it. So I'm going to
Mhm.
turn around and try to flip it
Okay.
because I know
roll
that
me
we're
a
supposed to be doing that.
strength check as the spider.
Spider strength. Spider strength. It's
Okay.
a beef. Beefy spider.
Strong spider.
Right?
You don't even have to turn around. You've kind of got your like 4 arms, those large pincer arms bearing down on the elemental. And Ken, as you look over and kind of nod, knowing that Spider Rose is going to handle this, you turn and attack your target. Spider Rose, you just take one of your back legs and you kick it like a horse. And it's just like this
Hell
heavy,
yeah.
like, clonk, like loud slamming noise as the lever snaps into position. And the 4th rune lights. The box in the middle, all 4 runes lit, opens like a flower. Each of those side panels splaying out like this. And in the center, a single gemstone, red to the core and twisting with black and purple mist, gently undulates just at about like 4 feet off the ground.
Can I use my other attack to bite the
Sure.
elemental guy? Or not?
Just, unfortunately, no. Natural 1, unfortunately, does not hit.
So many ones.
Anything else you want to do?
Is the wall on this side still technically in area or no?
What do you mean?
Like in the circle where
Oh,
is
not far, not really
Not
far
really?
up the
Okay.
wall. You're kind of at the very edge of it, so
okay.
yeah.
Then I'll just stay here.
All right. Aureus, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
You got unblinded, and now you're gonna get blinded again.
Come on.
You feel that, like, that darkness around you. You take in the room. You see your allies kind of spread around. You don't see Rose, but you see the big spider just at the edge of it. And then as the shadow dissipates, that light once again sears into your eyes, and you have to close them quickly and shake your head back. You are once again blinded.
I'm not trying.
He's a religious man. That's what he does.
Exactly. Okay, so I can't remember. Do we dispel magic on the object first, or we grab it?
You have to
And then-
grab it first.
Okay. Can I attempt to grab the object? Did I see it before I got blinded, or is it?
Roll me a perception check.
With disadvantage, normal.
Just a normal one.
Okay.
Because it's not perceiving with your eyes in this case.
Why do I keep rolling so bad?
Unfortunately,
right?
it would have unsealed moments after you were blinded, and as you kind of like you feel that light, there's like a grunt or a growl of discomfort as you're once again blinded, and you do not hear the box opening. You are unaware that it has opened.
Okay. Well, if I'm unaware it's open, I'm just kind of flailing around, so I will just end my turn and hope I get unblinded again.
Okay, go ahead and roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Still blind.
Sounds about right.
All right, Iedos, can you roll me a con save?
No, I cannot. You have to give me a second because it just.
That's
got
Currently, no.
After you,
Not
lose
if I-
all of my boys.
Yeah.
Couldn't even if I wanted to.
It's been so good. You're being a good boy. Yeah. Okay, you are not blinded. As the shadow around you fades and you feel your own magic kind of being suppressed by the light around you, I'd say the spell is probably still in effect. You would just have to force it back into reality. Like you can still feel the magic being focused into it. It didn't get dispelled, it's just being overridden in the moment. What would you like to do?
Guess. I mean, they're at the box, so I'll let them grab it. I'll just focus on running defense and swinging on these guys over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack the one I hit first the first time.
All right. That hits. So crazy seeing 29 minus 5s to hit. Oh no. Okay, well it rolled the damage first. Oh, wait, he's back.
What?
Cool. It rolled 20, disconnected you for a second, so I thought your stuff.
Oh no. I was wondering why the damage rolled immediately after the attack roll for me.
Oh. All right. As you feel your darkness suppressed, that magic spell pushed into the background, the light around you burning, you maintain your vision, holding your one good eye on your target, snap the blade across, and as the chain kind of whips around you and then whips out through the Myrmidon, it catches the core, shatters it like a vial of glass or a prism, and this thing is just destroyed.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Get fucked.
Alright, and the other two attacks are going at the one to my left.
All right. turn, pivot, strike out. It's like getting the blade out there with the first hit, 18 hits and 22 hits. And as it carves through, you snap your wrists and twist, pivot, and cut back. Good lord.
I'm gonna re-roll the first one, see if I can get it higher. No, I can't. So 29 and 18 and 24 and 26.
Yeah. 47 and 50. 97 damage.
Just a little bit.
Oh, as the blade carves through once,
Right.
and then you twist and pivot, and kind of you hear the heavy slam of Eodos's boot into the granite. There's another. It's like the shattering of like a glass ornament. That ringing kind of ting sound as another Myrmidon is absolutely destroyed.
Fuck you,
All right.
Myrmidons.
Anything else you want to do?
I'll move here to try to run interference a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. So when the switches haven't been now pulled as a new modus operandi. What's its movement? 40 feet. Oh, yeah. Can I have Ken, Aureus, and Eodos all please make me Constitution saving throws?
So many ones.
If I'm already blind, will I still be affected by this?
Yep, because it's not even it's not just blinding. It's a lot of radiant damage as well, as it pulls its light into itself and bursts it out in a flash of radiant light. Ken, unfortunately, a 13 doesn't save.
Yeah.
You take 34 radiant damage. Eodos and Aureus both take 17 radiant damage, and Ken, you are now blinded.
Yeah. 34, so that's 20 gone, and then 14.
And that's that boy's turn. This one already used its light burst, but doesn't get it back. It's fine. It's fine. We're just saving that for Ifrit. We're saving all the 6s for Ifrit. That's what I told myself.
Don't.
It doesn't have melee attacks. It is still going to have normal attacks against. It's just going to do one against each of the people in the middle. Aerith, as you've been fighting this thing, you kind of see in the distance. Actually, you don't see. You have your eyes closed. You hear that heavy clunk as the lever is pulled, and you can hear something soft in the middle, and then you hear the clapping of the hands, the bursting of light, and you prepare yourself, but you are not this one's target. Nope. Yep. Nope.
Hey, at
As
least it's
three-
got disadvantage on all of us, you know? That's cool.
It's got advantage on Ken and Aureus because they're blind, so it's
Oh,
just
sorry,
straight
it's
rolls
just a
on.
flat roll.
Yeah, but it was disadvantage on you, so it was a natural 1 to hit Eodos, 18 to hit Ken, 18 to hit Aureus. So that's a no and then a yes. So Aureus, you take a total of 12 damage, 8 force and 4 radiant, as he gets his attack round. And then Aerith, it is your turn. It happens once a round.
What? Crazy.
Okay. Are you going for the... Okay. 15 hits. It does.
They're at least not hard to hit. Nice.
23 hits. And you burned to 20.
Ooh.
All right. As you clench your eyes shut and swing out twice into that same space where you knew your enemy was, you feel your blade carving through it like taffeta, like the idea of something, but you feel resistance, and you know you're making progress. All right, Ken. You are blind. You can repeat the save at the end of your turn, but you are currently blind. You did see the box open, so you are aware. What would you like to do?
Try to reach for the gem.
Okay. You turn, and your eyes searing, you swing your hands out. Roll me a d20. Okay.
Hey.
All right, that's very good. You managed to get your hands around the crystal. It feels firm in your grasp, but there is resistance, and as your hand touches it, the light is dangerous. Your eyes burn. You feel my wrath. As the voice of Ifrit enters your mind, roll me a charisma check to
Look
yank
you,
it
Ifrit.
free. Okay.
I
Unfortunately,
don't have any more flash charges.
he rolled a natural 17 plus his modifiers. So as you pull, you can't quite wrench it from its position. It burns into your minds. Really? Really? Really?
Maybe.
I rolled in. This is just. So you take psychic damage when you fail to yank it free because you're connected to a very powerful mind. It's 4d10. You take 13 damage.
Hell
I
yeah.
rolled so bad. As you attempt to yank against it, you hear that voice still burning into your mind. You don't release the crystal, so you don't need to make that grab for it again unless you want to make it. But it has not been pulled free from its position. It is still held fixed by its current master. Is there anything else you want to do?
Or get ready for the pull next turn.
Okay.
I also got to make my con save to not
You
be
do,
blind.
yes. Hey! You kind of like blink your eyes, and in the blinding white absence of vision, his voice was present and powerful in your mind, and you just focus it, and you think of better things. You think of Starfall, of Erebor, Mia. Your vision returns, and you see the dark crystal before you in your hand. You see in the distance the spider still entrenched with its foe. As it does it get its light spurts back?
No.
If I could roll a d6.
No.
It does. Roll me a con save,
No.
Spider Rose.
No, spider. No.
You take 20 points of radiant damage. As I rolled 41
I'm
damage
okay.
on its light burst, as it once again pulls itself in, and like a strobe light, it's like all it's doing is emitting this massive burst of light around, trying to blast you away. But
No.
unable to. I cannot believe that. That is. Rose, it's your
I
turn.
lived. Fuck you. I beat.
That hits. That is a good amount of damage.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, it can't
also
be
spare.
poisoned, but it doesn't have poison resistance.
Can it take poison damage?
Unfortunately, it cannot.
No.
Takes the piercing damage,
And a smack it.
and you smack it. But as you sink your mandibles into it, it tastes like orange juice, like sunlight, but it's so ephemeral that you kind of like, you feel like the resistance against your mandibles, but there's not quite enough, like you're biting into like a thick foam. And as you release that poison, you know that it had no effect, because your spider
Ew.
brain is telling you that it is not effective here.
Sad spider.
Sunny D, definitely Sunny D.
Yeah.
It's got that like kind of cloyingly sweet, abrasive flavor.
Gross.
was
It's
better
not
when I was
very
a
good.
kid.
Yeah, it used to be better.
Yeah, that was part of the childhood.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for
I
Spider
guess
Rose?
I don't think I can do much else, so I guess I'll stay here.
Okay. Aureus, it is your turn. You are blind. What would you like to do?
I still don't know it's there, correct?
Roll me a perception check. Because you can perceive things based off of sound and like tactile sense and environmental sense and things like that. You've got a good perception score. I'd say taking the extra few seconds as you feel that flash of radiant light over you, it refocuses you into this moment. Your heart kind of pounding in your ears. You can see about 5 feet around you, or at least perceive what is around you. You can roughly feel that Ken is gripping onto something. You can feel that there's a hostile entity just south of you. You can kind of feel Eidos as the shadowy wisps are brushing up against your scales and leaving this strange but familiar cold sensation behind.
And I try and grab the red crystal.
Okay. Yeah. You reach out and you feel Ken's gauntlets kind of beneath your hands. And as your hands kind of like ghost around his, you also hear that same furious mind enter yours, screaming about taking and tearing, destroying and burning. Roll me a charisma check.
Horus is just doing ghosts with everybody.
Right?
Apparently.
Okay. Like any good support caster. Okay. You pull and wrench, and at the last second, there's this kind of popping sensation, and you stagger back, and you begin to prepare yourself to collide into the entity that you knew was there before you feel that sensation in your stomach as you have taken the crystal of flash. And the party, in its current state, I'm just going to go ahead and copy everyone back over.
1 hit point spider.
I cannot believe that. I was like 41 damage. If you don't then you are. Oh, you saved.
It's always so entertaining watching the polymorph stuff never get dropped. It's so
Right.
good. All the attack rolls not cutting through. The con saves is just beautiful.
Yep. Hell yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm just making sure I've got everything ready here. Got a reveal. Do a big old map reveal here. I'm gonna put Rose. I'm just gonna put Rose token right here. You're obviously still a spider.
Yeah. For now.
As
We end
you
up in the room, people can finally see, and everybody just immediately attacks a random giant spider that's here for some reason.
No.
friend, spider, friend.
No, spider friend.
Okay. You find yourselves now within the next flame, the Sanctum of Flash. As I'm going to go and change the music to a little bit less combat. Ken and
There is a giant
Aureus,
spider.
roll me another Constitution saving throw. Actually, Aureus, you would get it first.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You are still blind, but you feel the crystal kind of in your hand, that darkness still emanating into your own mind. Like your vision is just blank, but there's shadows creeping at it that feel like they should not be there. Ken, I guess, or Eidos or Aerith, what are you two doing? Kind of in loose initiative.
Yeah, we're out. You're good.
Giant spider looming over. That would be enough to break the polymorph.
I think a child could spit on you. It would break the polymorph. Could not believe that. Up to
Do you
you.
hit me? Do you hit my poor spider body?
Roll me a strength check. And Ken, give me another con save. No, it's an attack roll, so it's not. It actually, no, it's not because you have blind sight. I was gonna say it's actually an advantage because it's blind, but no. Hold on, I might have to let you swing out, and the spider skitters away from it. And Rose, you will feel that mild offense, like how dare he?
Use my giant spider leg and just like bop him on the head.
Roll me a
Touching
con
me.
save, Ken. Okay. As the play back and forth between Aerith and the giant spider goes on, Ken, your vision eventually returns, kind of fading back in, blurry at first, and you look down. You felt Aureus's hands wrap around your gauntlets. You felt that tugging sensation, and you hadn't let go. You'd been feeling that angry mind still in there, and as you couldn't see, you just held on, just in case. And as your vision comes in, you realize you are now within one of the sanctum rooms, no longer surrounded by enemies, no longer under attack, and no longer blinded. But within your hand, you now hold the still corrupted shard of the heart.
All right, success. I'll grab it from Warriors. It's like, I got it, buddy. I turn back, see Aerith and Spider Rose fucking about. What? Okay,
Oops.
I understand you two are having a moment, but can we get this over with?
Spider smack.
Roll me. Do you really want to try to hit him?
I'm not really hitting him, but I am just like repeatedly like smacking him
Okay.
on the top of the head.
Okay, just little bonks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you carry the crystal over, taking it from Aureus, the voice grows louder and louder. You hold it between you and Aerith. Who's doing what? Roll me an intelligence check.
Is there any way I can help? Oh,
I'm thinking.
that's a gift.
You roll one as well. Roll an intelligence check as well, Ken. Okay. Okay. You watch as Aerith casts out Dispel Magic, and you've seen him cast it. You've seen him cast it many times. Your way of casting it's always a little bit different. You kind of create the objects that you then power with the arcane in order to create that effect. And likewise, Aureus's way is also very different. As Aerith calls together that arcane power, you take the device, the small bit of magitech that's inlaid within your armor that manages that dispel magic, and you kind of reach into it, not necessarily activating it because you don't have spare resources right now, but trying to instead synchronize and work alongside Aerith. And as you feel Aerith's magic hit the crystal, it is powerful. The voice inside is very, very angry and does not want to let go. And as you lock your mind onto that, you realize that while it's connected to you, you're connected to it. And with a 24 in your intelligence check, you kind of stand bulwark between it and Aerith. And while he did roll better than Aerith, he did not roll better than you. And the dispel magic works. The last thing you hear is this kind of like sizzling hiss and a curse sworn at you that you will not leave this place uncharred. Before in your hand you now hold another kind of gently orange glowing shard of crystal.
Oh, man, he is mad.
Fucking with his shit. While you guys discuss what you need to do, I need to take like 10 minutes to feed my dogs. So let's take a short break and meet back up here at 6:25-ish, 6:20, somewhere in there.
Yep.
All right.
I'm craving some ice cream.
That
I'll
sounds
let you
really
out,
good.
Dante.
All right, I'm back.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. We missing anybody?
I think everybody's here. I believe.
Heck yeah.
I'm just trying to finish my donut real quick.
Eating a donut. Yep.
Donut.
All right, then, as we resume our game, Aureus, narratively, as you hear Ken kind of reassure you that it's okay, you release the crystal from him and blink your eyes, and as you open them one more time, that water still kind of running out just from the searing light. You look over to see as Aerith casts out the dispel magic and purifies the crystal, so you are also no longer blinded.
I can see.
You can see. And I leave it up to you guys. Rose technically is right here. I just wanted to put their token on this map, so you don't need to worry about them being at the edge of the range or anything.
Do we need healing? Alright, so are we planning on clearing out the rest of the room then, before doing the final challenge?
Yep.
Do we have a plan, or just let him in?
I kind of like the last encounter we did. This is very effective, so I wouldn't mind giving that another shot. Yep.
The only problem is, so I used Sunbeam last time, and I could do it again, but that would be all my high level spells.
Oh, whoa.
The spider just kind of like waves its arm at you.
I mean, I could use simpler spells, which is fine. I'm just saying it might not be as efficient this time around.
Actually, you should probably. These titans are a little sketch in regards to threat level, so I would try to save as much power as possible.
Yep. The spider points to Ken like, yep.
Your spider vision now returns for the first time. You see the
I can
refracted
spider see.
images of all of your allies in all 8 eyes. Graham.
Yeah, so we might have to just beat them up the old-fashioned way. Cantrips and backing them until they don't move anymore.
As long as it works.
Yeah, but there's
Oh,
a small
buddy.
there's a small group right there we can definitely pull first. That way we don't pull everything in this room.
Just pop this one in the mouth real quick.
Okay. Okay. All right. Do you? Because right now the door is only cracked open about a foot, and you can see through that. You can Eldritch Blast through it. Do you open it or close it anymore?
You want me to like get like right here and then like pull it, give you more? Right, I'll just like get right here and just start pulling on the door, and then as soon as you get a clear line of sight on the elemental, pop it.
All right. Go ahead and roll me your Eldritch Blast, and then everybody roll me initiative.
I guess that's fair. He is pulling on the door.
Hey. All three hit. Who's throwing a fit? That makes sense.
I'm busy.
All right. Alrighty. God damn, that tabaxi killed fast.
Apparently.
Okay. As the shot, the three eldritch blasts out from the front of the Sicarius kind of carve in a serpentine pattern across the gap here. All three of them, bam, 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 slam into the back of the fire elemental, reels before its head spins and turns. All of the other elementals in unison turn, and you guys all prepare for the battle as well. This one is going to go super fast.
Zoom.
So you got 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
dash, dash,
55,
dash.
60, 70, 55,
Jesus.
70,
Yep.
80, 90.
Jesus.
Backseat Rose. The Backseat Rose.
So when
Spider block.
it's going to
You got
get
it.
right up into the door and then kind of gets right up against the spider, but it had to use its action to dash. Well, it is your turn, Aerith. So what do you have? Okay. 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 16 misses, but everything else hits. No. I know, that was a bit sad, but the shot from the Sicarius was solid. 18 force on that. You level your weapon, bang, boom, and you release the blast of eldritch energy that once again kind of like curves out in a not straight line. The initial blast slams into the tabaxi, stopping it in place before it kind of like its head snaps between the spider and then over to you, the burning eyes radiating with fire. The two eldritch blasts kind of like peck into it, but it doesn't really even seem to register them that much.
Pew.
These guys. Fury.
Fear.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know,
So fast.
I wish elementals had more ranged attacks, but they don't. And so,
It seems weird.
Ash, Rose, it's your turn.
Spider attack. Spider bite. Hello? There you
19 unfortunately misses.
go. Oh. Spider smack.
21 hits.
Spider smack.
Spider smack. Okay, 7 slashing damage. All right, as you bite out, it raises its flaming hot swords in front of your mandibles, and you kind of have to like pull yourself away, like, oh no, I don't want to bite that. That's too spicy. And as you do, he's kind of still in that defensive cross guard, and you use your sword arm to slice across the abdomen. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think he. Nope. It's just literally going to come up against. Actually, he can. Yeah, he can get up to here. You see as the elemental turns into this tiny, like 1 foot wide swirling vortex of fire that carves around the tabaxi past the gate and then manifests in its full large size here well within the room. Aureus, it's your turn.
So King gets to attack it?
Hmm?
Does King get to attack it since it just walked right past him?
Technically he would, yes. It did leave his attack, his radius. I didn't even see that, but that's a good catch.
Get him.
Fuck him up, dude.
Right.
Okay. 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 That hits. Go ahead, roll me damage.
And that means he doesn't get right there.
No, I know. I'm realizing that as well.
All according to Keikaku.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, cool.
Elemental
As-
spider kaiju fight goes.
Yeah, right.
As you see that swirling vortex
Fusion.
of flame flash past the lip of the door, Ken, you release it and snap out with your gauntlets, and they grab onto it. And it's like grabbing onto something's leg or its tail, and you yank back, kind of pulling it into your Nidhogg gauntlets. That heavy, solid hit. As you hit it, it does spray you with 8 points of fire damage. And then it ends its turn within Eodos's square, which it can do. And Eodos, you also take 8 points of fire damage.
So 4.
So 4, yes. And now it is Aureus' turn.
I knew I was fucking forgetting something. I gotta take a potion after this fight.
Means he just took damage.
I realized that we've been through almost this entire fucking temple, and I have yet to take another fire resistance potion.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
That's
mean,
all
hey, saving it for the big boss man might not be a bad idea.
18 necrotic damage, as their wisdom is a +0, so they ain't gonna be saving against that. As you ring the bell through the air, the flames kind of douse it down to a deep black color before it rises back up to its normal height and size.
Yeah, I can't really move too far without possible bad things happening, so I'll just stay here. That's fine.
Okay. Let's see. First time it enters
It's
a creature space
fine.
on a turn. Okay. All right. Beginning of your turn, Eodos, you are on fire. And you take 7 fire damage, reduced to 3.
Alrighty.
Spicy.
I hadn't looked at the fire form enough until I was forced to, and now I don't know why I'm not just like sitting on
Running
y'all's
through people,
faces.
yeah. I see you occupying this space. I would like to also occupy this space.
Oh no, he has advantage. Oh no, that hits.
I mean, you know, it is Eodos.
Oh my god. And the thing is, like, guys, Fate Render doesn't really add. Fate Render is just adding an extra damage die. That's really it. This is just Earth's build. This character, ridiculous.
Also, I will say I only think I have like 1 or 2 turns of the tattoo though, because it only lasts that minute. We basically
Right.
started it outside of that, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it'll fall off after this turn, maybe 1 more, but
roll me a
not
D20.
long.
On an 11 plus, you get 1 more turn with it, because yeah, it's close.
Roll 20, add in suspense because it says rolling the dice for a hot minute there.
Rolling.
So this is the last round with it.
All right,
cool.
that's a-okay.
It survives the first hit.
Right back.
But
It's not
will
going to
it
survive,
survive
no.
this
No,
one?
Great Weapon Master alone will deal it.
Yeah.
All right, as you kind of step out of the body of the fire elemental, the flames latched onto your own cloak and armor, burning away at you. You level out the Fate Render again and snap out with 2 heavy hits. The first one sending most of the flaming form of this thing dissipating away with that thunderous, and the second hit destroying what's left of its core and shattering it into oblivion.
Alright, then I'm last attack on this guy.
All right.
Unfortunately, not at advantage, but I do need to get some more charges.
As you snap the blade out, your stretchy arms extending out, it is recoiling from the slash across its abdomen from the sword spider and uses that kind of momentum to swing both blades out and catch the Fate Render, kind of parrying it and deflecting it down to the ground where you retract it back to your side. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's my turn. I just want to get out. Direct line of fire in case something has a beam it can shoot at us.
That's fair. All right, 40 feet on these guys. To there. And to there. Ken, it is your turn.
All right. Well, the simplest move would just be pop in, hey, what's up, bang bang, and then go back behind the door. So.
Okay.
I think I'm far enough away to not pose advantage on Bedofnir.
Yeah, no, you don't have disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, okay. I got one.
Against the Tabaxi?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the 25 hits. And piercing. Got it. All right. Anything on your bonus?
Nope. I'm just gonna say na 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 and then get behind the door again.
Okay. Well, that will roll me an intimidation check.
Oh, wow.
A na check.
Right? Is he significantly na-na-na-na-na?
Intimidation. Oh my god.
Okay.
He sure
All right,
is.
let's see.
Right?
Okay. Well, it's going to do one attack against the big spider because it's like it runs up past the big spider and carves its like left-hand blade
don't
with a
do it.
28 to hit.
No.
You take 14 slashing and 3 fire.
The spider.
The spider. Hey, it did its job. As you see the spider kind of like rear back from the pain and then back into the form of Rose, it turns to you, Ken, and levels both blades, and it's going to do all 3 attacks at you.
Well, this is what I'm here for.
Come on, man. I know you
Whoa.
got disadvantage, but come on, man.
Power of the cloak and my well-built armor system.
You see it level its blades and lash out with 3 quick hits. Block, block, dodge. This is nothing. You can keep this up all day. Aerith, it's your turn. I know. The beauty of
Shoot
these
a bitch.
like actual dungeons. 20 just misses.
Well, we know it's 21 though.
Yep.
We've mapped it out.
Yeah.
All right, 7 damage. Got it. Anything else on your turn, Aerith?
That's probably
so
ending
that's
too.
gone. Yeah, because you put that up before the stretchy arms, and if the stretchy arms are gone, then that's already gone. Cool. Unfortunately, the only damage you took was from saving throws at that point.
Wasn't very helpful.
I know, it was just your temp. Okay. Got it. 6. Okay. He kind of like pushes the door this way, trying to get to you, Ken. He's trying to back up his boy. You're kind of like fighting on opposite sides of the door now. You would have half cover at ranged, but he's not using ranged attacks. He's just going to use his melee, so they're just his normal scimitar attacks. Come on, guys. Like, it's just not right. It's not even the fact that it's just a disadvantage. None of these dice are above 10.
Yikes.
Oh,
That's great for us, but also not good for us because that means the boss fight is going to be
Yeah.
above 10.
right.
He's
You
gonna
want these
fuck
guys
us
to be
up.
hitting you. All right.
Right.
It kind of like pushes against the door. You shove back with your shoulder, and you see that the scimitar swing into your space, and you're like, nope, nope, stay away, get away from here. And it is also unable to break through your defenses. Rose, you are yourself again.
I am. I would like to get rid of this guy because he's a pain, if
Okay.
possible.
Oh, that definitely hits. I'm so
Come on, man.
All right.
I was gonna say,
Anything?
does Sonara also crit on a 19?
Sure
Yep.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking tragic.
Anything else you want to do?
I will Bardic Inspiration on Eos.
What do you say?
Shit, that's right. I have things now. Get ready for this, guys. Whenever not. Okay. Let's see.
Always got a squeaky monkey. I'm talking about you.
Alright, here's the Warlock one, so. Rose will turn to Eudos and just, oh wow, I must have made a pact because I'd sell my soul for one more moment with you.
Yeah, that one's good. That's, oh.
We're going back to the classic Bardic Inspirations. I like it. I
yeah.
like it.
Yes, we are. I'm back.
There's a bit like you catch yourself off guard for a second because Rose's Bardic Inspirations have been through these like supportive looks, these nods, these like reassurant glances, but Rose has been processing things lately. And as they look at you and smile and pitch their come on, you feel yourself inspired because it's seeing your old friend again. Aureus, it's your turn.
Alright, the goal is to save spell slots, so Toll the Dead.
Hold it in. Okay. My Tabaxi get saves. I can't remember. They do. They can technically save.
They could maybe.
They
make it.
didn't, but they. Oh God. He's rolling so bad, guys. He's just so bad. All right. You hold the dead. The Tabaxi, as it's currently engaged, trying to maintain its focus on the very heavy hit from the great sword behind it, and just all the danger around it, and it feels this ringing in its head. Lurches forward, and the flames in the eyes kind of darken for a second before they flick back into life. Anything else you want to do?
That is my turn.
Okay, I'm sorry if I hurt
I'm
Tabaxi.
back.
You shouldn't have rolled so well on initiative. Alright, Eodos, it is your turn.
Alright, well, we're going to Reckless to get
Okay.
advantage here.
Murder.
We're gonna start swinging and hope it lands.
20
Aw.
just misses.
I've got the charges. I've got
Okay.
charges. We're gonna make that hit.
Alright, 21 will hit. So it'll take 1 extra point of damage. Okay, so 39?
I'm gonna reroll that and see if I can get it better. Yeah, there we go.
48. 48. It had 45 hit points.
Hey. Love to see it.
All right. As it lurches forward and that flame kind of dies out, and and it flicks back into life. The last thing it sees is its own reflection in Ken's gleaming armor and a shadowy blade coming at it from behind as its head is just taken, similar to how Zanar would, but not quite as effective, because I think yours would do a little bit more damage, but that boy does not survive the hit. I was hopeful. Maybe if you like hit him once for a little damage and then missed, and then maybe he survives. Huh?
No.
He got a bunch of attacks off on Ken. That he did his job.
He sure tried.
Oh no.
Oh. Seems unnecessary.
Oh.
All right. Well, the D12's going on this, so that we can get 2 D12s.
Yup.
Hell yeah.
That's all flat. So,
Oh.
okay.
Aw.
Could have been better.
29. 56. 56 damage. That boy was looking spry and fresh. No, he's not looking spry and fresh no more.
Not so much.
18. 18 just hits these guys.
Hell yeah.
Not as quick and agile as the tabaxi. All right, as you cleave through the tabaxi, stepping kind of forward next to Ken, you turn and slice down at that like really steep angle, almost running the blade along the edge of the door for twisting it and planting your feet, crouching low, and like leaping with that upward strike for that second hit. Both of them landing with great force and cleaving through parts of its armor and sending it staggering back. That was a lot of damage. That was 90 damage because he was full, and now he not full.
Not so much.
Anything else you want to do?
That's my turn.
All right. Now, did these Myrmidon have fire form? No. Okay. It can't get in. Oh, it can't get in.
Traffic jam.
It's traffic jam. It is. Just gonna
Unfortunate.
slam this door. It can get to right here, but it just like shoulders that door open as it steps into that space. Just mostly so this guy has room to come for you, Rose.
Nuh-uh. Don't do it.
Normal attacks. Does it 22 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. The 16s miss.
Yeah.
So you take 13 force damage, and you ignore the fire damage as the Myrmidon pushes past his two allies and raises the scimitar up before you for slicing out quickly with 3 quick slashes. You deftly dodge the first 2 before it lunges in for that last one. It cars across your shoulder, and you feel that from the blade impact into you and send you staggering just off your balance a little bit.
Cheap shot.
DC 18 there, Myrmidon.
It's a 15. Oh boy. Can you link your thing for me again? Just want to see how it's worded on like clear space, empty.
Yeah, I'll just copy paste the important part because it's a lot.
It's a little long.
Copy. Paste.
Your small area, 30 feet to you. Okay. Yeah, it's just an unoccupied space, 30 feet, which you got more than enough room. As that attack hits, Rose, you turn kind of to face it and to level your sword against it. And as you do, you see this shining, ephemeral platinum hand come out of nowhere. This massive humanoid claw grapple it around the entirety of its torso, like the arms snap into it, lift it up into the air and yank it down, slam it down next to Eidos.
Well, bye.
It's not within 5 feet. You can make your. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, get him.
We're so screwed, guys. We're gonna die.
As it's
Um,
yanking through the air, Ken, you release it when it's about 6 or 7 feet off the ground. You step into that space and lower your arm, and you uppercut it as it's falling, slamming your fist directly into where its spine would be. You feel the armor crack and crunch from the impact before you move out of the way. Do you have Warcaster?
Oh wait, no shit. my
Okay,
bad.
cool. No, it's
No.
all good. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure. Because if you did, that would be dope. But I would add that for the narration. But okay.
So
All
the
right. Well,
one-
now it's your turn.
Yep, get to piece them up some more.
Oh,
Or try to.
18 hits. 18 just hits. Okay. As it falls.
Don't forget, this one should be very close to dying. If you want to clear him out too.
It does look the weaker of the two.
Do have some Thunder Gauntlet charges left. Fuck it, I'll use one.
Okay. It's still up. It's close. It's so close. All right. As you slam your fist into that uppercut and that other one, you move out of the way as it kind of rolls onto the ground before it falls to its knees and picks itself up. Twisting, you lash out twice at the one that's on the opposite side of the door of you. Unfortunately, with the door in the way, it kind of provides it the same benefit it provided you during its round. And your first attack goes wide. The second one slams into it, and you activate the Thunder Gauntlets, and that reverberates through it. You see it begin to give, but it's unfortunately still intact. Anything else you want to do? Aerith, your turn. Graham, you are so slobbery. He eats water. He's a very dumb dog. Yeah, he sticks his
Tries
whole
to.
lower jaw into the bowl. It's like hunch, 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 hunch to get
Stop
mouthfuls
it.
of water. He's very dumb.
Gross.
This one right now looks like it's staggering back from the last hit from Ken. The armor is cracked and broken from the onslaught of the Fate Render. Roll me damage.
Hell yeah, get him, bro.
All right. You level the Sicarius, fire it, and you hit this point right at the base of the helmet. And as it slams into it, the mask flies off from the front of this elemental before the flames just dissipate into nothing, and it falls into a pile of armor. All right. Pew pew pew.
Shoot him up.
16 misses, but the other two hit. Yeah. Yeah.
This one's rolling
20 hits
18.
these guys. Yeah.
The other guy
Aw.
was 21. Womp.
Alrighty. Anything else on your turn, Aerith? Okay, Rose, it is your turn.
10, 15, 20, 25. Hello, I'm back. I had a bone to pick with you, and then you got
Forcibly yoked.
forcibly moved.
20 slashing. Not bad, not bad. Alright. You dart over and slide into position, lowering the blade. You take the handle in both hands and slash upwards through the back of the creature, and it arcs in pain, its head twisting around to assess the threat behind it. Anything else you want to
And
do?
bonus action, bolstering rally on myself.
Okay. Aureus, it is your
Center a
turn.
little bit.
Let's just see if I can finish off that one. Tour of the Dead. There we go, good roll.
That is a good roll.
Hell yeah.
Fortunately, he's not that weak. He's weak, and definitely weaker now. But these ones looked pretty good right up until Rose had chonked into him. Fortunately, they had been.
Supposed to be able to finish him off just fine.
Oh yeah, he's definitely within Eodos range. I'll give it that.
That is my turn.
Okay, then Eodos, prove us right.
This is when the 2 nat 1s come into play.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm doing it on purpose. 23 hits. There's just so many dice that roll when you roll damage. Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Man, I didn't think you'd get it in one hit.
Hey.
There's 53 hit points left. That's 54 damage.
I mean, max damage on the actual weapon helps.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
You
Right?
feel the faith that Aureus has in you. You feel yourself kind of like emboldened by the recent levity from Rose, and in this moment, you swing for the fences and take another skull. Because this man also gets destroyed. Boom. All right.
Right, and then I'm gonna step around right here, still in the smoke, but try to
barely.
give Ken a little bit of advantage if he wants it. And I'm gonna put my other 2 attacks on this guy.
Okay. Ooh.
There's the one.
Oh.
Hell yeah. I'm actually okay with that though, because that I do need to make sure I can keep my charges up as much as I can.
Yeah. All right then. Let's see if he has any better luck. No. 27 will hit you.
Oh yeah.
So you take 11 force and then 11 fire, reduced down to 5, so a total of 16 damage. The 13 and the natural 1, they're not gonna hit you. It turns to face as you swing up behind it and swings out 3 times. You parry the first one, the second one goes completely wide before the third one swings out and catches you in the forearm, reassessing your defensive stance. 10.
Well. I mean, since my brother was so kind, I gave him the opening.
Set this up so nicely.
Pull yourself past the door. 25 hits.
Well, shit.
Boom! The heavy hit. It doesn't seem to draw its attention away from. Actually, you just didn't hit it. True. Its focus seems split at the moment. Alright. Aerith. You shoot.
Split your focus on this.
That
Bang.
does hit. There's so many things. He's one guy. All
Just
those
one
hit.
guy.
Nope.
Yeah.
AC 18
On
on these
18.
guys. Alright. As you release your flurry of shots, they slam into the Myrmidon. It turns to look at you, and in that moment, Rose, what are you doing?
Can I reach him? 5, 10. Can I just
Yeah,
go
I
over
mean-
the dead body?
Yeah, you can just jump over the dead
Yeah.
body. It's just the other ones kind of collapse and then dissipate into nothingness,
Right.
but the tabaxis remain.
Slide into place and baseball swing, which is definitely how you use a sword.
Right? That hits. Okay. Jump over, slide, and using the momentum of your slide to twist your body, you swing along hip side and catch with the tip of the blade along its hip, carving a gout of flame from it. Anything on your bonus?
Don't have much of anything, so nope.
Okay, Aureus. I figure this is clean up, but
Yeah, let's clean this one up. Hopefully.
they can't save, Aureus. They can't save.
But sometimes my rolls are good, sometimes they're bad. This is a good one.
That was another really good one.
Right.
He's still there, but he couldn't survive it again.
I only get one attack.
I know.
Right.
Beat his ass.
All right, Enos.
Kick his ass.
Turn booming blade back on. Start of a new turn.
See, minimum damage would be 1. I don't think minimum damage you could do less than its hit points, especially
You
if
just gotta
Booming
hit.
Blade hits. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We just got to see if it's another 2 nat ones or not.
Right.
If roll 20 ever sends it through.
Right.
18 hits.
Hey,
Just hits.
just barely. Smash.
Oh, yeah, so it would be what? 18 plus a minimum of, minimum damage is 28 and 25 hit points left. So the 51 damage you did, more than enough as you swing out the Fate Render, the one now trapped between the Wanderers of Starlight and harried by your back line. This final Myrmidon is destroyed, the armor falling to the ground before it is dissipated, and you guys find yourselves no longer embroiled in combat.
There's one more group. Do you want to take them out? Yes.
And we
What
want
I
to get rid of
can
them
do-
too.
Is that the assassins? I could hold person them because they are humanoids.
I mean, hold on one sec. How far away is that?
First things first. Popping open the assault pack, grabbing one of these fucking potions.
Okay.
It's like 140-ish feet to the center of where they all are.
It's kind of like, it's massive. It is. Let me actually measure the width here. So it's 30 feet wide and probably 80 feet tall. It's this huge, like, narrow diamond-style crystal that spins. So the bottom of it is actually below the surface out here, stretching about like 50, 60 feet up above you. From where you are, roll me a perception check. Yeah, I mean, it's
I was gonna say, if we can move like 15 feet forward, I can do something before we head over there as well.
Alright, what's your plan? That way we're all aware.
I'm going to set off an explosion in the middle of their party.
Alright.
I'm also gonna take a potion real quick. Not a big one or anything, but just to get me back to about 100.
Just let me know when you're ready.
And Aerith, looking out, you'd probably have to get out near where Rose is, or maybe out on the other side of this brazier in order to get a really good straight shot on them.
Would this hit everybody? With the 20-foot radius there. Right?
The one on the edge there would have advantage on its save.
Okay, that's fine. But I'll wait for the go, and then Rose will reach one hand out, and I'll cast Synaptic Static.
You'd only be able to really hit the ones on this side over here, from where you are. The other ones are blocked by the crystal. Where are you trying to aim to? Yeah, you can hit him. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this side. You just can't see this side as easy. Okay, yeah. From bottom up or from top down? Okay. Is anybody else prepping anything?
I'll just.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take aim at this
And
So
Ken,
game
you're
up
gonna
the
aim.
first one. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and fire your shot. And then Rose, you let off your synaptic static.
I guess I'll also Eldritch Blast might as well.
And which 3 are you targeting, Eidos?
I'm just gonna put all 3 of mine into this boy right here. The
Okay.
first vaccine.
Okay.
Rain hell upon them.
The 19 does hit with the one that you had targeted. Yeah. The first 2 do miss. Okay. Eidos 17. Ooh, 25 hits. Then Rose, yours is an int save, right?
Yes. DC 21.
A whole 2 damage.
Advantage ain't gonna matter for that boy, because he got a -1 in his intelligence, so he gonna fail. How about the Tabaxi? Nope. See, that's the thing. It's like I don't build enemies to counter you guys, so it doesn't make sense for these creatures to be smart. They're not smart. They don't have a save against it. So go ahead and roll me damage on your synaptic static.
It was 24 damage, which is not great, but minus a d6 from attack rolls and ability checks and con save throws to maintain concentration. And they get a save at the end of each turn.
Okay, so it's kind of like Big Bane.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, and then as the shots go off, it would have only been your one. No, that's fine. Okay, I got that. Okay, cool. 24. No, it's minus 24. Minus 24. Not 247. 24.
Are we trying to draw them back over here, or are we going to them?
I mean, they'll probably get halfway
Have
at least
them
to
come
us.
to us at least. That way they waste their first turn dashing.
Yeah, I don't want to go all the way over there. That's far.
Then as he's attacking Eidos, will backpedal a little bit, because I definitely wasn't sure if we were coming to us. I don't want to cuck us if we're trying to get them to come to us.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, then. As the shots ring out and you see the burst of purplish, sparkling magic explode out, and all of the Tabaxian elementals in unison arch their backs and kind of like screech out in pain before they turn back towards where the assaults had come from. Can I have all of you please roll me initiative? Clear the chaff.
Hey, Orius, blow that horn for us real quick.
Should have said it before we rolled.
It's fine. Save it for the boss.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
2, 3, 4. Who am I missing? I am missing Ken. Initiative from Kenneth.
All right.
All good. My Tabaxis, they rolled really well. So
Apparently.
They want to go.
I'd rather they didn't. Although at least it'll get them over here and then they don't have a turn.
Dude, 50-foot movement speed is fucking crazy.
Right. It's
I
hauling.
think Oni and Takashi also had over 120 movement speed.
Mm-hmm. It was a little ridiculous.
They skedaddled around a lot.
They're still skedaddling around the Astral Sea.
I didn't mean to do that, but there they all are. Okay, Ken, it's your turn.
All right. Well, this is interesting.
Right? It wasn't my intention, but it is how it ended up happening.
This is very interesting. Ah, damn it, that's a cone.
Probably more than I
Damn,
do.
cone. Ah, damn it. I wish I had my beam. Wait, I still have my beam. I could just do the.
Short rest, right?
Yeah, I could just do this one.
And don't forget the thing I sent you too.
Yeah, but it says cone.
No, the hold on.
Hold.
You get that thing I sent you?
Do 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 do. I can't reply to my own message. I made a change to your dragon breath. Do you remember?
Yeah, I saw that, but it says on here it says cone. Is it still a line?
It says 55 foot, 5 by 30 foot line. Where does it say cone?
I'm looking at I clicked the gear icon on the attack button on my character sheet.
Oh, I see. Oh, why did I grab your character? Let me make sure you got.
Definitely walk up because 30 feet you might only catch the one.
That so
Right.
that gray, that's just what it puts down there by default. So if you type anything else in, it will overwrite that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a 5 by 30 line with a dex saving throw.
okay. So I could probably.
So like 30 really isn't as big as.
Oh God, that's
Right.
too close. Oh, that's too close.
It's
You're
fine.
good. You're good. Yeah, you're still in the circle.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just.
Just don't let Aureus go back. None.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm about
Oreos, back up real quick.
yeah, I'm gonna beam him and then just back on up.
Okay.
Nice, hell yeah.
Right. Dex save. That's powerful, guys. You have a plus. All right. Well, one of them rolled a natural 20. The other one rolled a natural 1. So one of them completely fails, takes the full blast. The one in the front, the one behind manages to twist its body out of the way, and it catches the half blast. So it takes half damage from the radiant beam as Ken once again leaps forward and putting his fists together in front, channels that platinum energy through his armor. The weapon systems activate and release the beam of platinum light that courses through those two tabaxi. You still have your second attack action.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up first,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna shoot him.
All right. Yeah, that hits. God, that one in the front got messed up. Okay. You kick back from the blast. Your fists kind of break apart, and as your gauntlets snap back into their normal position, you lower down Vidofnir. Another potent blast of platinum energy as it courses into and through the tabaxi that's staggering forward almost like a zombie. Like it doesn't feel the pain like a normal living creature would.
Yeah, well,
Anything else you want to do?
nope.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He gonna get all the way up to there. Rose, it's your turn.
Yeah.
And they do get int saves against your stuff at the end, but they can't.
Yes. I mean, I guess I'll just hold my action to attack when they come within range. Because I
Okay.
can't really reach them at this point.
All right. You stand shoulder to shoulder with your allies and you ready your blade, preparing for the enemies to get close enough. Aerith, is your turn. Okay.
Do you?
I don't know. What does it say? What is it?
if it's lightning bolt, that's like 120 feet, so that's plenty. It's lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
good.
I keep forgetting I have that on my list.
3.
I wish I had lightning bolt. I do not.
Did the character sheet go? It disappeared. It went
Bye.
bye. See ya. Wow. Good job, guys. Heckin' great job. Good job. Oh man. All right, and then maybe the Myrmidon can sit. No. Okay. So as you see Ken fire the blast from Vidofnir, already darting into position, kind of like line up right behind it, and then holding the Sicarius out before you. There you go. This. I know, right? I was looking for it too. It's weird. This crackling bolt of lightning across the entire main chamber of fire here. It snaps through the first 26 damage. Okay. It hits into the Myrmidon. The one at the very back rolled a 29 on his save. So he manages to twist out of the way and only takes. Actually, do they have? Did I put it on there? They don't. Okay. I didn't. I thought about giving them evasion because they're rogue archetypes, but I think I opted not to. All right. Anything else you want to do, Aerith? Okay.
He's just a silly little guy.
You do.
Just a
don't
tired
you?
little guy.
All right, Eodos, it is your turn.
What is a 20-foot radius sphere? What is the size of that?
That would be.
Is it big?
Yeah.
Where is that? I didn't see anything pop up.
Oh,
Right here.
you don't see mine?
Okay, there it
That's-
goes. Yeah. All right, cool, perfect. Right where that is. You wanted tentacles? I'll give you some tentacles. Hunger of Hadar. Let's go.
Yes. All right. Let's see. Which one do I want to? I'll use this one. Blurb.
Blurb.
2, 3, 4. As you cast
Oh god,
out
no.
your Hunger of Hadar, the dark, black, shadowy tentacles
Yikes.
filling.
Hate
I told you, it's awesome, right?
Yeah,
So
no.
cool.
I don't like it.
Oh, I need to go on the map layer. I think I just love all the animations. And then
They're so wiggly.
no, not pot Hunger of Hadar, just Hunger of Hadar. Oh, it's a 30-foot radius sphere. Oh no, 20 foot. I don't know why my brain
20,
read 30.
20, yeah.
That was weird. Rose, I think you're more than 30 feet away from it, so I think you're not hearing the gross slurping sounds.
Great.
Yep, you're just outside that range.
All of them are blinded. It's difficult terrain. And if they start, they take 2d6 cold damage. If they end, they take 2d6 acid.
Okay, all right. Good to know. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Nah, I'll just chill here, wait for him to come in.
Okay.
I guess.
Definitely
Yeah.
missed that part. Definitely missed that part of you.
Oh, you don't like giant tentacle pits of hell?
Right, and the best part is,
You?
none of us can see the tentacles. It's just a black void in space right now. It's worse than magical darkness. They're getting tentacled inside, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Aerith can hear it. Aerith's close enough to hear the slurping.
Yep.
Slurp.
That's too bad.
Are all of them in it?
All 5 of those, yeah, they're all within it. I'm
Oh,
gonna draw out a.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to move here. And then I'm going to hold person at 5th level. And I'm going to hold all the tabaxi.
You stay in the
You don't have to see
tentacles.
them, do you? Because you cannot
You
see
might.
in that.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't
you-
see them. Dang.
You can't see them.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
I don't think I could attack any of them then if I can't see them in any way. Well, beans. We should have done that first and then used that.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
want, I
all
could
my-
hold my turn and go after you, so you can still do your thing, and then I can put it up. I don't mind.
Sure. If it's not gonna waste your.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't have a bonus action or a second attack, but you didn't use those, so you could just hold the spell, and then put it up after Aureus.
Okay, yeah, if you're fine with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Alright, perfect.
I like.
I
Seeing
just feel
you guys
bad
do
that I was
cool
gonna block
stuff.
you off.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't
let's
realize
see.
I could see through that.
The Tabaxi do have a save. Are you going for the Myrmidon in there as well, or just the Fort Tabaxi?
Just the Portabax piece. You said the Myrmidon is not a humanoid.
Okay, it's a DC 23.
Yes.
Okay. 19 or 20s. 19 or 20. 19 or 20. Huh?
How about
Oh.
no?
Oh. I got one natural 20. I let off on such high hopes.
Man, I wish.
Okay, no one's gonna undo his natural 20 on the save.
No, I don't really have a way to do
Yeah.
it.
No, Nicholas reaches out and stirs hand. Goes, they have this. Let them do it.
You look down and you see tentacles, and you're like,
Let's see, charmed concentration. Do that one for held. All right. As your hold person goes off, you see the three in the main line there all kind of crank to a stop, fighting against their own momentum in their own body. And then as they look at you, and the one in the very front takes the impact shots from Aerith's lightning bolt and the shots from Vidofnir and all of the damage it's been taking, the last thing it sees is your face before darkness and tentacles engulf it.
darkness and tentacles.
Anything else you want to do?
I think I used all my movement to get here, so that is all.
All right, go ahead, roll me two. Just give me 4d6 Eodos, because you can't leave. Nope. Okay.
Hey.
Just chip them out.
Yep,
Okay.
that's some chip damage right there. Oh boy. All right. This boy does not save. Give me another 4d6 as it takes 2d6 cold and then 2d6 acid. This one can get the hell out of here, so give me 2d6
All right.
for its cold. Okay. That's how that works. It's not the cold damage. It just take. Man, if Takashi were here, these guys.
The water damage.
Right there. Yeah. Alright, it takes 4 from the cold as it pulls itself out from the shadows and looks around.
How much
Tempting.
movement does it have? Because it is half movement while it's in there.
It doesn't
It's
have any
difficult
left 'cause
terrain.
It had to dash in order to do that. It had exactly
Okay.
40 feet, so it had to dash in order to get out of the bubble.
Okay, I was just double checking.
I was about to have it move, and then you reminded me of that, and I'm like, that's right. Well, at least you can get to here. And then this
You
one,
got out.
wisdom save. Nope, he is stuck. Go ahead, give me another 46. Okay. Ken, it is your turn.
Alrighty then. Well, I see. Let me circle around a little bit. See that guy getting down the bubble.
Yeah, as you kind of slide around behind Rose, you see as two, a clawed hand and a scimitar emerge, pulling themselves from dripping darkness with tentacles wrapped around it, and it blorps free in this very grotesque, like, blorp of fire and dark.
God damn it.
30 hits. Okay, 7 piercing. Got it. Anything else you want to do?
That's it.
Alrighty. This boy takes 2d6 cold.
Alright.
He wasn't held.
2d6 coming up.
Got it. And Rose, your held action goes off.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
He's going for Eodos, so you were just right in the right way. Oh, God.
Slice.
Alright. Slice. 21 damage. Alright. 20 doesn't hit Eodos right now.
No.
2 attacks.
I don't have
2...
crazy AC like Kin, but 20 will not do it.
Yeah, so I asked about 20, but I'm pretty sure 25 and 27 both hit you.
Yeah.
So you take from the 2 hits a total of 22 slashing damage, and
What is that
fire?
separately? Because I
Yeah,
have
so
to do saves.
2 DC 10 con saves.
Very cool.
Hey.
Okay,
good.
cool. So you take a total of 32 damage, and you maintain your Hunger of Hadar, which is what he was trying to slap off you.
No, not allowed.
All right, Rose, your turn.
And it's my turn again. Scoot. Eh?
Oh, 20 unfortunately misses these guys.
Yep. It's 5 left. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Aerith. He's not now. He could be.
There's one that's close-ish to you. Well, I mean, the guy who's like
there's
in the
one
middle of
right-
our party.
Right here.
The guy directly, like, literally next to you.
The guy we have fully surrounded, basically. If you just move one spot.
There you go. Perfect. That's what I like to see.
Okay. That hits. It still
Maybe.
hits.
So it's
All right, 25. Also, I realized 23 still hits you, right, Eodos?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That was the lowest I had rolled with the synaptic static that they are currently under as well, because that
Oh,
hasn't
yeah.
been broken.
That 23 is right on the money.
Okay, good. All right. As you swing around the other side of the tabaxi as it's finishing up its flurry of attacks against Eodos, you strike out twice with your Sicarius. The first hit kind of snapping it against the back of its head and sending stars into its vision. As it turns to look at you, you pedal back, and in that motion, you drive the blade forward and kind of like a keep away, but I'm still going to poke you, and catch it with the tip of the rapier that then detonates that force damage into it. Anything else you want to do? This guy, he has it the roughest, because he really don't want to go in there, but he got a long way to have to go if he's going to go around it. I guess he could
make a choice.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide around up here. Eodos, it's your turn.
That is probably the smart play on his part, I will say.
The shortcut is
like
not
that.
worth it.
Yeah, no.
Make sure I got the blade on.
That hits. Farewell, tabaxi friend. Oh? Oh?
Well, maybe.
Well, let's maybe.
Oh,
Nah, it
that was
doesn't.
tragic.
It's still 24-19 at least.
He's still alive.
No.
Wait, hold on. Am I doing math wrong? I'm doing math wrong. He's dead. That's my
Oh.
fault. I didn't carry the one. I thought it was 34 damage. He had 37 hit points, or 33. It was 43. No, that'll do it. That was my fault. Oops, I got excited. All right. As the Wanderers of Starlight surround this fire tabaxi, you repel its final attack, and in that moment, slice one diagonal downward slash, just sundering through it and sending the poor body of this tabaxi to the ground.
Alright, then I guess I'll just take an Eldritch Blast to that guy.
All right.
Because I don't have the movement to get to him, unfortunately. Also, those aren't an advantage. My bad.
Okay.
23, 18, and 17.
17 will miss, but the other two hit. Okay. Ooh,
Hey, 13. I'll take the 13.
Yeah,
right?
right?
All right. Well, get ready to roll me some dice. Oh wait, no. These are the first. Aureus goes before everybody that's in your goop. These guys, I'm just gonna move them together because they're pretty much 1, 2. And you go here.
Apparently.
They're just streaming towards you. Aureus, it's your turn.
Strolling along.
All right, this one is the injured one, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Actually, they're all injured because Rose opened with
Oh,
a
yeah.
massive AoE that
Yeah.
hit everyone. So yeah.
Injuries for everybody.
That's the biggest group. We'll still hit them either way. And I got a good roll. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, 2
31.
max damage.
Right?
Yep. All right. You toll the dead. The Myrmidon, having pulled itself through the black gooey darkness, sundered quickly by the flurry of attacks from you guys, reels its head back at the impact from the Toll the Dead. It is still alive, but
Not happy about it.
They're not doing well. They were supposed to fight you in that narrow passageway as you came in. You weren't supposed to have so
No.
much tactical advantage.
No.
Aureus, anything else you want to do?
No, that is my turn.
All right, then let me see, because the saves against Hold Person happen at the end of their turn, right?
I believe so. Let me double check.
Oh, so they take the 4 regardless then?
That's what I'm thinking, is they take the 4 regardless. Yep.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of its
Alright.
turn.
Roll me 4d6 3 times. Oh, that poor man in the front. Oh, yeah, 12 will do it. You just hear a yowling hiss, and yeah, Rose and Aerith, from where you are, you hear the sounds of something with very large teeth crunching.
No.
That tabaxi
No.
is just destroyed.
Yeah.
One takes 12
Disgusting and
damage. This
sad.
one takes 10 damage.
I would like to not hear any of that.
Well, you need to move back about 10 plus feet then, unfortunately, Rose.
Just cast silence on yourself.
I was gonna
It's
say,
fine.
don't make me cast silence on us again.
Does a 21 hit you, Rose?
Yeah.
Even yay! I still hit you even through the synaptic static. Yay!
Oh.
I
but
rolled a
that's supposed to
22
help
and then a
me.
-1 for 21.
No.
You
It's supposed
take
to help me.
12 force damage.
Ouch.
The other 2 attacks miss. So
Okay.
that's their turns. Ken, your turn. I know, Graham. I know. It's D&D time, though. This is what we do.
Well, wait, hold up. 5, then 15, then 20. Shit. Alright.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet. Oh, 17 just misses. But 29 hits. He had 17 hit points left.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
You scoot on past Rose, kind of leap up onto the edge of this large shrine with the fire burning in the middle. Bam! Swing out with a heavy hit into the front of its mask. It reels back, the mask shatters off and falls to the ground before the flames dissipate, and it is just destroyed.
I'll leave it at that.
Alrighty. I know, Graham, but I can't. I have to use my hand to use my mouse too. I can't just pet you.
Busy.
Rose, it's your turn.
Well, yeah. I like to leave this area post haste, so 5.
You don't want to hear the sickening slurping sounds, Rose. Come on.
God damn it!
You're still within range
Son
of
of a
it.
bitch!
It's
Where
quiet,
was I?
everybody.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Fuck.
You stand at the precipice of two horrors, the edge of the smoke before you, and the sound of the slurping behind you. What do you do?
This is the only place I could go, though. I can't reach one more up. God damn it. Fuck you.
That hits. 19 damage. All right. Anything else you want to do?
No.
No. Okay. Aerith, it is your turn. Yeah, no, yeah, you got ranged attacks. Okay.
And some of us don't really have ranged attack.
23 hits. Oh.
Hey.
The 16 misses. Okay. Oh, I thought that first one was an Eldritch Blast roll. That was your scariest. Oh, that's... Well, at least that Eldritch Blast... 25 is not bad for a round. That's not bad.
It's fine.
And sometimes you got to see the whole picture, you know? Anything else you want to do? All right. So 1, 15, 20. Yeah, he can get right up to here. He runs at Ken, unaware of what he is getting himself into. He burns a 20 and misses 3 times.
Well,
You just twist and turn your cloak, these like black shadowy tentacles that it creates, almost moving around you in opposite ways to your own defensive like style. You juke to the left, but the tentacles make it look like your cloak and body are moving to the right, and it swings out, unable to hit you at all. Eodos, it's your turn.
Eidos is going to scooch over here and swing on this guy.
All right,
He trusts Kid to be able to handle that one.
that's fair. The other ones are stuck.
right.
They're getting tentacled to death.
Gross. Aw.
That one's especially unfortunate because I already have all my
Aw.
charges right now.
Oh.
Super tragic.
The gods giveth,
Hey.
the gods taketh away. All right.
I'm gonna reroll that for sure. It went up a little bit.
27, 33, 43. Okay, got it. It lives.
Then, because it crit, I get a third attack.
It lived. It does not live.
Liveth no more.
All right. You sidle up next to Rose, two great sword wielders, shoulder to shoulder, and as you see Rose finish their swinging arc, you step into that space, and with you swing out once unfortunately, it sees the attack coming and dodges out of the way. You kind of step in, and instead of pivoting, you continue that spinning motion and slash down using the circumference, the spinning motion. I don't know. I can't remember the word of it right now. Something. Boom. No, that's the word I
Sure.
keep wanting to think of, but that's not right.
I'm not gonna give this flame
Centripetal
guy a
force.
circumcision, bro. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Is it centripetal force?
Carving through, the blade hits into the stone, and you feel that that bounce back from it hitting into something hard, and you use that momentum to shift your entire body weight behind it and upward carve, catching the Myrmidon's armor in the blade and just sending it flying into the air, probably over off to here before it just shatters
Bye.
against the ground.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, you recover from
I
that.
hope he's not.
His buddy, having seen this, has learned nothing.
Takes offense.
No, he just they're not very smart.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, that wouldn't have been at disadvantage.
I do have a negative d6 though.
Yeah. So I know a 19 won't hit Iados. A 22 also misses Iados. That was a 27 knocked down to a 22 by your
Hey.
static, by the way.
Hey, good looking out.
28 to 26, though. A 26 will still hit Iados for 11 force and 8 fire. A total of 15 damage for a DC 10 con save.
Alrighty.
And then while you roll your con save, we can. Well, let's see if the hunger drops, and that might change what Aureus wants to do.
Come on, roll 20.
Right. Just roll the
Cooperate.
You
dice.
can do it.
It does that. It
Right.
needs to stop. I am the one who's supposed to well, we're the ones. Honestly, we're the ones that are supposed to bring the drama. Roll
Right.
20 is just supposed to work.
You're just supposed to do it.
Oh, there it goes.
Please
Alright,
do it.
it's still up.
Okay, cool. All right then, Aureus, it is your turn.
Worried with how close they are to the edge, so I'll just.
It's fine. We like to live on the edge.
There, that way you can get an advantage next turn if you want. And then I
And
will
danger.
blast the one next to Ken.
Okay. Well, the tabaxi that's right next to you is dead.
Yeah, this one, the one next to Ken.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something about advantage.
Yeah, I moved here so that Iados and Rose could move into advantage if they wanted to.
Ah,
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
that makes more
Right.
sense.
Okay. As you reposition yourself, keeping the sensor covering your party as you have been very vehemently instructed to not let people wander out of this safe little
What's
circle.
the worst that could happen?
Raise your hand and ring your invisible bell, and the Myrmidon, who has been fighting with Ken, staggers back from the necrotic pain within its very soul. I think that Tabaxi. Give me 2 sets of 46.
As they just kind of
Yeah.
hang out for fun. Hey.
Nice.
15, 20. Okay. Damn, that
Chip
chip damage is getting some work done. Did they get to move next turn? No,
Can they
and
stay?
yes, the one in the back gets to move next
no.
turn. You feel as your
No,
hold
you're not
person
supposed
breaks free from one of them.
Get back
That's
in
its
there.
turn.
Get back in there.
Ken, it's your turn. That is a nasty combination. Hold person and
Right?
oh my
Pretty
goodness.
dope. I like it.
We just need acid rain as well.
Right? All the
Incendiary
AoEs
cloud.
get a moon. Was it moonbeam? Just start
Yeah,
moving moonbeam
moonbeam,
around in there.
incendiary cloud kill.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, what you got for us, Ken?
I don't think you can twin spell Moonbeam though, because it's not a single target attack.
Alright, let's piece this guy up. First
All
hit
right.
with Booming Blade.
Beat him up.
Oh yeah. Booming Blade hits.
Oh my god.
Okay, 20 damage. Got it. Got it. You swing out, boom! It staggers back. You lash out with your offhand attack as it brings its scimitar up. Your gauntlets slam into the side of the blade, and there's this like almost beautiful ringing sound between the charred, almost obsidian blade of these myrmidons and the platinum steel alloy armor that is the Race Velgar armor system. It's like a bell. It's clear and vibrant and deep and mournful, and it fills the whole space, and you kind of like had to pull yourself back into your stance. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. O's, it is your turn.
Skirt on the edge just a little bit.
The slurping fades.
Oh,
No
thank
longer
God.
within the auditory range.
Maybe I can actually focus and fucking hit. Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Hey!
You step out of the sound and you hear. Well, you still hear the crackling of fire. You hear the vibrating of energy. You can feel the temple itself alive with flame. You hear that ringing bell as Ken slams his fist into the blade of the Myrmidon across the way, but you do not hear the slurping, and as you sigh with relief, you
Oh,
raise
God.
your blade, and in practiced form, boom, sever the head from the Myrmidon and bypass having to do 97 hit points of damage.
I fuck you.
Because while others may narratively take heads, yours mechanically ends bitches. All right.
It would be nice to get back over to the rest of the, fighting, but I refuse. 10, 15, 12, 5. I can't even
I was
really
really
go very
afraid
far
of this
anyway.
group. The Tabaxi, I was really afraid they were going to... This dealt with them really well. A lot better
Hell
than
yeah.
I was expecting. All right.
Hey, that's it.
Okay.
Just hang out with
Eric.
you.
Sounds good. No, you good. No, you cannot
No,
see
they are.
them.
I mean, can you see them with your darkness, whatever thing, or is it more darkness?
Oh, you do have. Let's see.
Is it worse darkness or?
No, you with Devil Sight. You can see through that,
You can see the tentacles.
and they're
Congratulations.
blind, so you have advantage on ranged attacks against them. You also do see the tentacles. Yeah,
And it's
just
awful.
lashing about, wrapping themselves around the tabaxi. You see them being pulled down into the darkness, but it's got to be below the actual surface of this platform that they're getting pulled down into. And as you look, you could swear you see teeth in the center.
Even worse.
Okay. That hits. Well, roll me damage on the first one. Okay. All right. It survives. It survives the first shot. So your Eldritch Blasts go off. The middle one misses. Okay, and the final hit. All right. As you release your rapid fire, these like the one heavy shot from the Sicarius followed quickly by this almost like pulling the hammer on a revolver. As the revolver's going up, you're firing more shots. These bolts shoot off into the air before twisting and slamming through the darkness into them. Bam, bam! The second one sends it sprawling to the ground, dead. and still being lashed at by tentacles. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what's probably happening. Anything else you want to do? Okay. Aureus, you feel your hold person spell dissipate as there are no longer any valid targets. So you don't need to worry about it.
Why?
One will continue its attempt at futility. That's 2 natural ones.
Oh yeah.
Futility is its name. All right, Eodos, it's your turn.
Well, bonus action gonna be Misty Stepping. I can't get there otherwise, and I'm gonna help my boy out.
All right, as you kind of step forward, tapping into freedom, you appear opposite of the Myrmidon. You can see Ken, his look of focus and concentration on the Myrmidon, momentarily glances over at you, nods. What would you like to do?
2 swings.
Oh, roll me damage on
Or
the
3
crit.
swings.
29.
That's really
That
not high. I'm gonna reroll. Let's see.
Oh no.
It's
Much.
53. 67. Jesus.
Oh,
And
yeah.
57 hit points left.
And now it has
Yeah.
Ken, you're preparing for your next flurry of attacks. You're watching your foe. You're reading its openings. You see this glimmer opposite it of sparkling like copper. It would be like brass platinum light. And Eodos appears. The Fate Render half swinging. And the Myrmidon before you is no more.
Shit.
So you still have your turn. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Eodos?
Maybe just back up a little bit.
That boy
I think that should be all my movement.
Okay. Aureus, it's your turn.
Can't see the man in there, so I can't attack
No.
him.
You can hold a spell until you can see him.
That is true. I do not want him to get near me, though.
But
Different way.
what if he wants to?
You run away.
So, move 5 feet back, and I'll hold the dead.
Okay. Roll me 2d6 as he takes the cold damage. But having broken free from the mind control, he will run up to here. Roll me your Toll of the Dead.
Get brain bludgeoned just a little bit. Oh,
Oh,
or just a
31.
lot of it.
31. 31. 31. That's how many hit points it has left.
Or all the way.
Right, well, it has a +4. It needs a 19 or a 20. I'm just going to do this. 19 or 20 on its wisdom save. That's an 8. That does not save. It runs forward, determination. It kind of like from within the bubble, Aerith, you can see it steps over the body of its former ally, leaping off of it before it leaps through the shadows, running at Ken with both swords out, ready to open the flurry of attacks. Aureus raises one hand and just rings an invisible bell, and it's like I can't remember what the name of the punch was in Kill Bill, where it's like you take 6 steps and you're dead.
Oh, the 5-point exploding heart technique.
Yeah, as pretty it like it hit the you see Aureus ring the bell. It takes like 3 more steps and then just crumples onto the ground. And you guys are now no longer in initiative.
Hey.
I like how I like the idea of it like doing that and then like right before it does space just
Yep. Just right at your feet, it just slides and stops. All right. Now, as you guys stand catching your breath as I attempt to put a X on this token and drop it to the right layer. You hear Ken and Eidos, the sounds of slurping, followed by a crunching. And then a minute passes, and the tentacles fade. Thank you. That was so nice. All right. So,
Alright, who needs healing?
I'm definitely at about a half, honestly less than halfway mark right now, so I could take a little bit of healing.
Okay. Said
I don't
Rose.
think they liked me putting some tentacles out on them.
Yeah, probably not. Don't have any more.
That did work really fucking well. The whole person holding them in the Hunger of Hadar is a nasty combination.
they had pack tactics and 4 attacks and sneak attack.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want him to move.
God. I was afraid of that group. Honestly, of all the groups I built, that was the one I was most scared of. That's why I put it right at the door. I was like, they'll have the most resources when fighting them here. And then you skip them, and I'm like, huh.
Oh, I really don't have a lot to heal. Alright. Healing word is 2d4, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, Cure Wounds is going to just be better, because the thing that Healing Word gives you is that, that extra range. Yeah, but since you don't need to worry about it. You can gather everyone together.
Wait, so is Cure Wounds 2d8 then, or is it still just 1d8?
Nope, 2d8.
Okay, yep.
Yes,
Got it.
and make the healing a little bit more impactful, because I've always felt that it was not impactful enough.
Yeah. Alright, so I will use 2 first levels. 1 on Eidos, 1 on Rose.
Okay.
So that is 2d8 plus 5 for Eidos.
Okay,
Nice.
so
17.
17.
And 2d8 plus 5 for
Oh,
Rose.
okay.
A 9.
And a 9.
I'll take it.
If we really need healing, I can expend one of my channel divinities to turn into a 3rd level spell slot if you guys really need it.
You might want to. I mean, you might want to hold on to as many spell slots as you can. We've still got a lot ways to go. And I'm
just gonna
tapped.
convert my channel divinity into a spell slot then.
Okay.
I won't use the spell slot, but I'm just gonna convert it.
Okay.
I will drink another greater because I have plenty of those.
Sounds good. As you take your holy symbol in your hand, Aureus, and speak a quiet prayer under your breath, there's a flash of divine power that fades from the amulet into you. Crunch down another potion, making sure to eat the glass in classic tradition.
As you do.
Glass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't be
It's
leaving
made of
trash
sugar.
everywhere.
Right?
Alright, we know the last one is vision as well.
Actually, it is 11 p.m. here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
As much as
I mean, I think that's a good place to kind of pick up. Is right going into that trial.
yeah.
That
Gotta
sounds
go
good
be
to
an
everybody.
adult.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I wanted to start at 4:30. We had to get at least 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
But
Hey, we got a trial done and we cleared out the rest of the enemies, so.
right.
Right.
Yeah, we can.
Mhm.
You know.
Speed run the
What's the
trial.
worst that could happen?
Ignore the enemy.
His token has been staring at me for weeks. Because it's just on the GM layer, just sitting there, and like
I'm
whenever we go
here.
into these boss dungeons, I create a token for the lair actions, and I just set it to 20 and put it in the initiative counter so that I just don't ever forget. So every one of these battles, I've had to click past it. Every time we go over 20, I'm like, all right, lair actions, don't forget about his lair actions. I'm excited. This has been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with the Temple of Fire.
I'm sure it.
Mhm.
We'll
We
just
got
be
a bunch of
drowned
side
the
quests to do
entire
between
time
that.
underwater.
Yeah.
Nah, it's fine.
Gotta test the platinum gates, and then gotta go show Mia the house.
Yeah, we got lots of stuff to do in between that. More shit to fuck around.
We gotta go
Restore
get
the fire
that.
to the regulator.
The dark, the death crystal thing to offset the life one from the Fae.
Mhm.
Gotta
Shadowfell.
build-
Yeah, I gotta do something with the Dark Army.
We gotta go find all of Aerith's siblings.
Mhm.
Gotta hang out with them.
Everyone has to seduce one of Aerith's siblings.
I keep telling you
Oh.
guys,
Bacon.
you know narratively that the call went out. The clan has assembled. Mom was kidnapped. Do you understand? She was held hostage by a hostile entity and needed to be saved from enemy forces. That brought everyone home. Aerith knows where his family is.
So they're all in one place. Perfect.
Seduce them.
Everybody gets one.
We can go back to the Feywild to fuck around if you want.
Hey, Aureus hasn't been to the Feywild, and he wants to go see it, so...
Right? Exactly.
I think the Feywild would confuse or
I feel like he would also confuse half the Fae himself. Like,
yeah,
the Fae equally confused by each other.
yeah.
Order
Oh.
versus chaos.
That's it. Yup. That up there. Now that you guys have done that, I had each of the little flames
Oh,
tagged.
don't forget, we gotta go get the rest of the money.
Yep, we have to...
Oh yeah.
Back there on the way back, yeah.
Yep. Gotta go drain the pool.
You guys are just gonna set up camp.
One
in
fabricate at a time.
You have to set up camp. Fabricate, teleport.
Yeah.
Rest and reset
Oh
until
my
it's done.
God. Oh my god. You guys are
Or...
You know,
if we
you know
did-
what happens when you flood an economy with too much currency, right?
Well, hold on.
okay.
We'll hold
to use
off.
Yeah, that's why we're hoarding it.
I'll use it.
We've
yeah,
fight
I'll use
enough
it as,
dragons.
we already sent some to the guild. The rest is going to Starfall.
Yep,
So
that's
they-
ours.
Yeah, that's ours.
It's occupying our treasuries.
It's our new dragon horde.
That's fair.
No,
That's
no,
fair.
we agreed some of it has to go to the church.
Yeah.
You asked for like 8,000 of it, so sure, you can have that.
I thought it was
Future
more than that.
subplots.
We also got to go back. We got to get back to Erebor too, because I got to get Rhodey working with this necrotic sack.
Oh, that's right.
That
Update
sounds
the-
terrible.
Update
I
the
mean,
body
we-
armor again.
Oh,
We'd be
I
level
don't-
17 by doing this, so maybe we could pick up Gate and just walk it all there. Like,
That's
just
fair.
fabricate everything first.
I mean, that's
and
not quite how Gate works, unfortunately.
then- Isn't it Gate? It's like a 10-minute thing. You can just-
No,
no.
it pulls something that you want to you, I think.
Yeah.
Dang. What am I thinking of? I know there's
I
one.
mean,
where,
there's
like,
Arcane Gate, but that's not very far.
But yeah, that is a good point.
Oh yeah. no,
I
no.
will say, defeating the boss within this temple will get you guys 17. So
Heck yeah.
go ahead and start making your plans and figuring out what you might want to do, because those level ups when you're at this high level can be
very strong.
complicated. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
not really-
scared.
not really
It's just gonna add another cog to the machine that is Eos.
know-
Another die for a hit.
No, no.
Rose just constantly having wish every day.
You know.
That will
day.
cause problems.
They're just gonna use it to teleport like they use their high level spells for everything.
Are you sure it's Rose?
No, I'm not.
I guess
Actually,
Gate kind of works that way, but only to another plane of existence.
yes.
Ah.
So like
Move
you
it on
can
from
do it,
Mechanus.
but yeah, Arcane Gate is kind of the same thing, but it's not a very far distance for that one.
Yeah, I don't really get too much in 17. I get 5th level spell slots unlocked. That's pretty much
Yeah, that's
the
pretty
big thing.
good.
That's
That's
big,
good.
man.
Yeah, I get teleportation circle. We talked
Mhm.
about letting Ken learn the Steel Wind Strike.
Yep. You're basically learning the abilities you've seen your allies use because you're recreating them in Artificery.
Hey, we all get resistance next level.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you have a golden bond and someone takes their reaction to take it.
Oh,
I've liked that this dungeon has been sufficient enough that you haven't been able to have Embolden Bond up the entire time, or Blade Song, or Rage. You've had to go into quite a few of these encounters without those limited resources, which...
That's pretty cool of Discord to wait until the very end to do the thing tonight.
Right? Roll20 was
It's
giving us trouble,
considerate.
but Discord was cooperating.
All right.
I get
Mostly
an extra
considerate.
level 4 spell slot, so more chances to use Fabricate.
More fabricate.
Oh no.
If I could just
Oh,
roll
fabricate.
better on these trainings, I could just get another resistance. But
Yeah,
I've been rolling ass on them.
yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there with you, dude. I'm right there at the cusp. I'm almost there.
Oh, I'm not at the cusp. Don't get that twisted. I'm not even close to like the center yet, dude. It has been rough trying to get this Frost Fury rolling.
Mhm. It's
Unfortunately.
time. It's too hot where you are. The dice know.
Right.
Heal or mass heal?
That is a good question, isn't it? I think mass heals
I
like...
think mass heal.
Mass heal is like
Mass heal's
700.
700.
Heals a
Yeah.
7th level spell.
Yep.
Mass heal is 9th.
Power
Mhm.
word.
Mass heal. Oh, power word heal.
That's
Yes, that
also
is a different. That is different than just.
Those are all different things.
And, all right, so cures all conditions. If the creature is prone, they can instantly get up, and they regain all hit points.
Mhm.
Just all. I mean, that's nice.
That's powerful.
That's
Right?
for one person. Whereas mass heal is I can have 700 hit points, and I can just
Mhm.
distribute it however I want.
Well, okay, so
That's also pretty good.
power word heal also ends charmed, frightened, paralyzed, and stunned.
Which is
Instantly.
also crazy.
Yes. Whereas mass heal does fix some of them. It fixes all diseases and blind and deafened.
Yeah, so it's like a lesser restoration versus a greater
Yes,
restoration.
but it's
Mhm.
also multiple people.
Yes, it is.
They both sound really dope. I think either one is going to be
Right.
really handy for our group. The amount of damage we take.
I was so happy when you brought Aureus in as a healer. I'm like, oh, good, I can take my gloves off. Can start throwing around numbers. Man, I was
I don't
at
like those
4d10
numbers.
psychic damage doing 13. I rolled a 2, a 2, a 1, and an 8. I was like, man.
Oh, yes.
I think I'll go mass heal because it'd be much better that I could just be like, all right, everyone back on your feet.
700 gets 2 or 3 of you back up to full, no problem.
Yeah, at least.
I mean, let's say I was at 1. I think I'm almost taking up 400 of it.
Yeah, because you could churn a bunch of it into your extra hit pool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so good. Hell
Nice. Hell yeah.
7th is good too.
Yeah. It's got a lot of really good. I mean, the nice thing about being a wizard is you can take
Literally
whatever you
anything.
want then, and then during some downtime you can go and like you'll have to probably talk with actual wizards. I will say, you guys
Or
haven't
Nick.
talked to Lady Silverhand in a long time.
Yeah, probably
Well,
let
you
her.
also know one of the oldest wizards too.
Yeah, I was about to
so-
say, yeah, Nick. Let's go to Nick. He knows
Yep.
all.
You can also
Literally.
go to Nick, make a trip
Nick
to
would be
Mechanus and
very
gather
happy
some
to
spells.
teach you, as long
Yep.
as it's not necromancy.
Yep.
Mm,
Uh,
Specifically, only
he won't
necromancy
teach you that
skills.
one. Yep.
will not do that. Sorry, Nicholas does not like.
Nope.
Is
I thought it was necromancy.
That's what I thought.
Interesting.
Seems strange, but I guess.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, you're not technically making like a person or a dead body or anything. You're
animating snow. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
a
okay.
puppet who looks like you.
Okay. Oh, I was probably thinking of homunculus. The homunculus
Yes.
one is very.
Or clone.
Clone is
Yes.
definitely. That was the one that Thune used. He created a clone of himself. And then that clone got Yote after it turned into Proto Tiamat. I mean, he woke up in that little, like, he had a chamber underneath that was like where he resurrected, and outside of it was his personal research stash, and he knew you guys were still up there, and he was mad, so he just took that bottle and was like, I'm gonna smash my house, I'm gonna smash those chuckle fucks, I'm gonna smash everything, I'm just gonna smash.
And then he got smashed.
Yeah, he got smashed.
Now I do have a question, not for 17, but it's gonna determine my level spread later on. What? Because you came up with the custom subclass. What does the Reaper give it 6 for Barbarian?
Let me see. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah, K.
Yeah, so he's using a specific, like a homebrew path. So I'll have to. I didn't think about that. Welcome back.
All right, Discord. You don't need to play catch up on all the times you could have kicked me.
Yo.
I don't know right now, but I will figure it out this week and let you know by Thursday or Friday, so you can think about it for your level up.
Yeah, I mean it's no rush because, like I said, it's not going to impact this one. It's
Okay.
Barbarian regardless because I need the feet.
Yeah, gotcha. Because you're going for it. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
What's up, Ken?
Creation.
Yeah,
Creation is nice.
creation's also a really fun ability.
Yeah. I think it doesn't that one take like a lot of resources though?
Mm,
I can't remember.
it takes.
Okay, actually that's not too bad. I was thinking of something else then.
And it
Yeah.
only lasts.
Okay. I was thinking of something else.
Yeah, so it doesn't require it because it's illusion, so it doesn't require the actual materials like Fabricate does, but it's a little bit more versatile. And then after that time period, the illusion disappears. So the item isn't permanent,
Got
but
it.
it looks and
But does
feels as real.
Could you use that to create like the gem requirement for the different revival spells if you
No,
use them
it
quickly?
specifically it says that using any material created by this spell as another spell's material component causes that spell to fail. They saw through
man.
I
that
thought about that apparently.
one. Because that would be pretty dope,
Right?
just bypass the revivify.
That'd be awesome.
Bigby's hand. Or what I like to call Ascalon's claw.
Yep, absolutely. You can absolutely thematically, change Bigby's hand, however you want to do. As long as it stays, like, even if you wanted to change the punch into, like a slash with the dragon's claws, it would just change it from bludgeoning to slashing damage. But that's fine. Those three can be interchanged, because everything's either resistant to all three or not. No, but it does a lot of enfeebling, I thought. Yeah. I mean, if you want to just deal damage, just take power word kill. Like, why would you take a power word?
Smarter things.
Yeah, to deal damage and not just take power word kill. Power word pain's also only a 7th level spell. Yeah. No. Probably. How dipped into Warlock are you? 4, yeah, that'll be the highest.
Yeah, if we had encountered the 14 classes sooner, I absolutely would have dipped into them. Those are fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It seems so perfect to put them here, and it
Yeah,
now
I-
changes our world on the grander scale for future campaigns. I'll put it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for that nearly busted capstone for Artificer, I probably would have been extremely tempted to dip too.
It's so broken.
Yeah, give me, it's like give me a couple levels in fucking Machinist or Sage.
Yeah.
Would have been fine. Nah, +6 in all my saving throws. Can't really die until all of my attuned items are broken.
Right? That's so just
A
terrifying.
little crazy.
I'm gonna
Good
end up. We're
time.
gonna be in the final fight, and I'm just like rolling super well, and in the end, it's just Ken and Justice against Tiamat. All the armor's broken. All the attunements are broken. The party lays broken. They both have like 1 hit point left, and it's just the two of them like, fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
You're not my real aunt.
All right. I think I need to get up, go
Yeah.
do some dinner before it gets too late. But thank you
Yeah.
guys for being flexible again this weekend. We'll try again
Yeah.
for Saturday next week, and hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.